Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson, Sports Center, brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, home of smoke-free slots and the highest payout percentage in the area. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, more spins, more wins, more fun. Rich Bisaccia steps down as Green Bay Packers special teams coordinator. Bit of an unexpected move this late into the offseason. Green Bay Packers special teams coordinator for the last 4 seasons. Rich Bisaccia officially stepping down. He was also the associate head coach. So what's next in Green Bay? Wilde and Tausch will talk plenty about it coming up next here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, including Bryan Bulaga, scheduled to appear at 9:35. Homer and Green Bay Game Night also scheduled to appear around 10:35 coming up this morning. College basketball, 24th ranked Wisconsin back into the top 25, and they fall last night in Columbus. 86-69, the final score. The Buckeyes take down Wisconsin. Buckeyes are a bubble team. That's a big win for them. No Austin Rapp. He missed the game with an illness last night. Could have used him. Wisconsin next in action on Sunday, hosting Iowa at the Kohl Center. WIAC Wednesday tonight, regular season finale. Platteville and Eau Claire, 7 o'clock on the app.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. 3.
It is the Wednesday edition. The Bryan Bulaga is still doing this, right? Because I look forward to Wednesdays with him and Homer. He's still doing this, right, Jesse?
Yeah, of
So.
course. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Domofsky's still doing his, too, right? Because I look forward to Fridays with Domofsky.
Domofsky's on a little bit of a sabbatical.
Oh, he is?
Off-season sabbatical, but Bulaga says, let's keep it rolling.
The WIAC Wednesdays edition. Jesse on the road again. I think to Eau Claire. Speaking of Domofsky, by the way, edition. And the Let's Not Bury the Lead. For those of you that got down on your knees and prayed that there would be a special teams change, there has been one. Rich Bisaccia steps down as the Packers special teams coordinator. He did not retire, and he was not fired, at least according to the press release. I'm going to choose to believe that he did choose to step down, but I'm curious. The timing is terrible. We'll talk about it, and you can react. Coming up, edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, everything you need on the amazing ESPN Wisconsin app, where you can watch WIAC Wednesdays and also get everything else you need if you get it for free in the Android and Apple app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. I like that hoodie.
Thank you. Wearing it with shorts today. 59 degrees. Brought out the shorts on February 18th.
I like it. And from his undisclosed location, I like his hoodie too. I have the same one from the Pickler. He is the Packers Hall of Famer. He's Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, buddy. How you doing?
Well, I'm not sure. What a weird
All right,
deal.
So, yeah, I guess the question is, were we surprised when the news broke from Tom Pelissero, and then the Packers send out a release probably 2 minutes after they leaked it to Pelissero?
Yeah, I don't.
Why they always leak into Pelissero and nobody local is my other question.
I assume because Matt LaFleur not only has a relationship with Tom Pelissero, but also this is the business of insider trading, right? They trade information.
I understand that, but
I don't have anything.
I get that, but
I don't have anything from the other 31 teams to be tipping Matt LaFleur off to. I got nothing to offer.
Whatever. I was surprised when Jesse sent me the text that said, "What?" I was surprised because I thought this was going to be status quo. Man, I don't know Rich Bisaccia.
38 days after the season ended, Tausch.
Yeah, no, I understand. And that's why I was surprised. I would have thought that you would have done this earlier. But the bottom line is I am never one to get personal. I always look at this from a professional standpoint.
Indeed. That's true, you do.
The job that was done by Rich Bisaccia, and I know a lot of Packer fans are out there saying, well, it doesn't matter. The special teams are what they are. They put in the resources, and there's some truth in that. We never had a returner. Is that Rich Bisaccia's fault?
No.
Partially. No, it's partially his. You get up on the table and say, listen, we need somebody back here. This isn't going to cut it. I don't know what those conversations were like. Rich Bisaccia, by all accounts, he's a football guy. He's a ball knower. He was someone that the culture, you heard Goody say it. Great. All of that stuff's great, but the bottom line is this is a big boy business, man. And when your production isn't good, as a player, you're gone. As a coach, you're gone. The production wasn't good enough. So I don't know what the wording is because I know you're going to get into the wording of it because you're a total journalism nerd.
Thank you.
But that's what journalism nerds do is they really latch onto a word and then, whoa, what does step down mean compared to fired? I'm going to let you go because I think that's what gets you moving, baby. That is your Elmo to your wife. That's what that does. That just gets it rolling. Well, you put the picture up, not me. So, in closing on my little take on this, there it is. Rich Bisaccia.
Rich Bisaccia
sounds like
no
a nice
longer
dude.
the coach.
Long-time NFL guy. I don't think he's retiring. It didn't work here. It didn't work. 4 years, no real improvement. I know, they got better at this. Guys, the units were not good enough. Period, fin. And especially when you put the resources into a coach that you thought was going to get it over the top, it wasn't. And I am all for the Green Bay Packers trying something different because if we kept doing this and we expected different results, how does that saying go?
That's the definition of insanity, Tausch.
Yep, so there you go. So as I heard this, I was surprised because it took so long. Am I as concerned with this as the defensive coordinator and all of those things? No, because I think this is just jumping for some new ideas and some youth and something different. And I hope Matt LaFleur has a plan because if this special teams unit doesn't get better, we're going to be having these same conversations in January and February waiting for the combine and everything else. What went wrong? Why didn't we get over the hump? Those are the reality of where the Green Bay Packers are with their special teams.
All right, so I want to get fans' reaction to this, even though it is Wednesday. And we tend to only take calls on Mondays.
I take calls before Bulaga. That's a recipe for disaster.
Well, I didn't say that.
Rich Eisen, you might as well start your show at 1 o'clock Central today. This thing's over.
No, I was going to ask for text messages, and then we'll get to calls later in the program.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
The Carbless Talk and text line is 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Carbless, less is more. All right, so let's delve into the words. Steps down. After reflecting for a few weeks, Rich Bisaccia makes it very clear in his statement. He is not retiring. That R word is nowhere to be found in his lengthy statement.
Is he rewiring?
I know you like that. I'm assuming he intends at 65 to keep coaching in some capacity if someone will have him. I don't know what this means for his contractual situation. Again, a press release does not answer a lot of questions. Brian Gutekunst, 2 weeks earlier, is at the podium or at a table on the fourth floor at Lambeau Field, telling us how vital Rich Bisaccia is to the team's culture, talking about how much improvement he had seen, in his opinion, on special teams. Yeah. Talking about how Ted Thompson, who was a lifelong special teams guy in the NFL, wouldn't get guys that were just for special teams, whereas Goody wanted everyone to make sure they knew that he had added a number of special teams-centric players, which is true. He did. The timing of this makes me think that steps down is actually the truth. Am I being naive? Because if Matt LaFleur nudged him, bumped him, body checked him out the door, what the hell did he wait 38 days to do it for? And
correct me if I'm wrong. I think Bisaccia. I think if LaFleur body checks Bisaccia, I think Bisaccia takes down LaFleur.
Like you're talking
Who's
about
winning?
An actual fight.
Yeah, I'm talking about. You said body checked. I'm in a hockey state of mind with high school playoffs and obviously with the Olympic stuff going on.
Yeah,
who wins
Mark
that
Johnson.
battle, Bisaccia or LaFleur? Obviously, Matt's a lot younger.
He is. They're both shorter guys, so neither one of them has a long reach.
Bisaccia seems real strong, like forearm. Like I feel like if he gets his hands around Matt, it's going to be trouble.
Yeah,
that's just how I feel. I don't know if that's accurate. You see these guys up close. You tell me.
I guess I've never really given much thought into who would win a
give it some thought.
Battle Royale.
All right, so Jason, let's not beat around the bush, man. What happened?
Wait a minute now. I don't know.
Well, we're saying, I think he stepped down. I don't think that. What happened in 38 days? Tell me, what do you think happened?
So
you're an insider.
So, again, I don't believe in acting like you know more than you do. So I don't know. My opinion would be that if Matt LaFleur wanted to make a change, he wouldn't have, as much as he hates firing people, this timeline is suboptimal to say the least. First of all, if you thought, hey, we like Rich, but we need some fresh ideas. We like some of what we're doing on special teams. We'd like Byron Storer, his top lieutenant, to be our special teams coordinator. Then you don't do it after he's already left for the job with the Cleveland Browns.
And if Storer would have known that Rich was going to step down, wouldn't he have stayed to take over?
Correct. Great point by you. So, again, I understand.
So you don't think they knew? You think this just happened? Rich just got something in his head that said, "I'm going to step down."
Well, that
doesn't seem like it makes any sense either.
It makes me wonder what exactly Rich Bisaccia was thinking or feeling about this team and about the staff and everything else. That's what it makes me wonder about. Because
what do you think he was thinking?
Because the timing, this is not good timing. Period. Fin, as you like to say. Your options. Look, 10 different head coaches were hired. They all hired their special teams coordinators. I think Mike McCarthy's filled his staff already. He got hired quite a bit later than some of the other coaches did. This is like now you're going to be kind of scouring for guys that are assistant special teams coaches elsewhere, or you're going to take some guy who's been out of football, or, and I know my guy Justice Mosqueda put together a list, which I was reading last night. This is not ideal. So if you are a fan who wanted Rich Bisaccia gone, and you have a bias of, I wanted Matt LaFleur to fire him, and I'm going to take this as a firing, I get it. I understand why people are thinking that way. But again, the timing part of this doesn't work. Because if you wanted to replace him, why would you dink around for 38 days and then, we'll say you stepped down, Rich, but you're done.
Why do you think it happened?
Because
I think it happened?
I find myself wondering what exactly Rich Bisaccia was thinking and feeling about this team and about his place in it, that he would walk away nearly 5 weeks after the last game. Like, I understand we all need to think things over, but how often does this happen in the NFL? And by the way, how often does someone leave? How often does someone leave and issue a manifesto like we got from Rich yesterday in that release? Like, it's hard not to wonder if there's more to the story, even if there isn't more to the story, because of the way it played out. And
I don't think Goody wouldn't have said so convictionally 2 weeks ago or whenever he talked to you guys.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago today.
That he's such a big piece of what we're doing. Because, trust me, they know where the public sentiment was, and they haven't thrown any red meat.
Correct.
Not that they have to. This would have been a nice steak 2 weeks after the season. Say, you know what, we love Rich, we think he's great, we're going to bring him on as the culture coordinator, but we need to be better on special teams. Now, that would have been a shot to Rich's ego, and maybe he would have said, blank off, I'm going to go find somewhere else, which is fine. But this just feeds into the thought process that Matt LaFleur doesn't want to fire anybody. That's what this does. Because now it comes out as basically he is stepping down, not being fired. Now, there's a respect that goes into that, too, I'm sure, from the Packers organization.
Right.
Wanting to, if Rich wants to keep coaching, not say he's retired. But something somewhere in Rich maybe felt that Matt LaFleur wanted to make the change and didn't want to fire his guy. And I think there was some healthy conflict between these two. And at some point you have to either it's going to resolve and it's going to be fine, or we need to find a different direction. Why we waited 38 days?
Right.
Boy, I can't wait for Matt LaFleur's press conference when they introduce him as the re-signed football coach 38 days after that happened. But I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm guessing that'll be at the Combine that he won't go to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And you're exactly right. Whether or not this is exactly what it is on its face feeds into that narrative big time. And to your point,
has has Mr. Policy done a press conference since he's re-signed everybody?
He has not.
Let's get Mr. Policy out in front of all y'all. I'd love that.
Okay.
This isn't like Jerry Jones can't stop talking, and I don't want him to be Jerry Jones, FYI.
I didn't think you did.
You just made a huge decision as the front-facing person of the team or the community-owned organization. You guys aren't going to bite. Let's hear what went into the decision, not just one paragraph on your website. Like, Mr. Hey, you made a bold statement here by saying we're good enough to win a championship and we believe we're on the right course. Let's hear about it. That's not hard. Mr. Policy's very well spoken. He'd do great.
I agree.
It's time these guys get up there and let's hear why did it take 38 days instead of us all giving us vacuums to just assume and guess.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Let's go.
Yep. I agree. And what are you waiting
Rich
for?
had to have felt, I'm assuming Rich had to have just felt like he wasn't wanted. Because if he's going to keep coaching, he's the assistant head coach.
Yeah.
Why would you leave?
All great questions.
Well, what is an answer? I don't care about all the great questions. It's not about the questions, Jason. You've taught us this many times. It's about the answer.
Yeah.
You're a 30-year insider. What is the answer?
Stop calling me.
You know he doesn't like that.
But he's 30 years.
No, if I was an insider, I would have the answers.
He wasn't tipped off of Bisaccia stepping down. He's not an insider.
I have not heard from Rich. I've not heard from Matt LaFleur. I did text a couple of players who, look, however you feel as a fan.
Players loved him.
Players love him, and they are very, very, they're devastated by this.
Devastated.
Yeah, Zane Anderson, Keyshawn Nixon.
Oh, you're reporting your sources. I like that.
Well, I mean,
You don't do that very often.
An insider.
my source for my windows is Gina Della and Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Yeah, and our homes need to be ready for just about anything in Wisconsin year-round. That's why Pella focuses on quality and durability in everything they do. The right windows and doors can vastly improve your home's comfort, efficiency, and overall style. And with Pella, you're going to always get expert recommendations designed around your home, your needs, and your budget. Don't miss out on 0% financing for up to 4 years. It ends on the 28th of February. Visit PellaWI.com to learn more.
We've got a few texts. Here's what we're going to do, because we love our Wednesdays with Bryan Bulaga. We'll ask him about this and what he thinks as well. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to take your texts on the Carbless Talking text line. Jesse's got a couple already. We'll talk to Bulaga. Then we'll, throughout the show, with an interruption for our time with Uncle Homer, get your reaction to this as a fan. I'm assuming, and we'll get a poll in the field as well, but I'm guessing there's a few of you that are very, very happy about this news, even though the timing seems hinky, as some might say. 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. That, for now, is the Carbless text line. We'll get ready for Bryan Bulaga.
I got one question for our fans, for Brian, for Jason, and for Jesse. And I'll leave it with this. What does the Rich Bisaccia firing mean about who the Green Bay Packers are trying to be? Stepping down, whatever. What does that mean about who the Green Bay Packers are trying to be? We know what that means.
Did you think of that question all on your own?
I did.
What a great idea.
I've been
That's
trying
a really
to tighten
interesting
some stuff up. Because I know what it meant when they re-signed Matt LaFleur, Brian Gutekunst, and Russ Ball. I know what that means, what the Green Bay Packers are trying to be. I don't know what this is. You'll have to tell me. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Pro Volleyball lives in Madison. Love Madison, Wisconsin's professional women's volleyball team brings premier talent, elite competition, and non-stop intensity to every match. Featuring world-class athletes in high-energy action from start to finish, this is volleyball at the highest level. See elite professional sports right here in Madison. Purchase tickets today at lovbmad.com/tickets. That's lovbmad.com/tickets.
Your seat at the table just got better. Step into the high limit room at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. This is true high limit play. Experience enhanced game rules, including blackjack, where the dealer stands on soft 17. Better odds, faster play, and authentic action that sets Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart. Your next hand could be your best yet. Find your edge, play your rhythm, and raise the stakes in the high limit room at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's hard rock. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Mark Tauscher here, and if you know me, you know I love Wisconsin. That's why I'm a UW Credit Union member. Their team's been all about Wisconsin since 1931, and they love making banking easy for members. Whether it's with their convenient mobile app or with the great perks like early payday to get you paid sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and become a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle are unsportsmanlike.
We're one step closer to the NCAA being irrelevant. What the NCAA is doing is jeopardizing their model for the entertainment product itself. By having a guy that has already signed a professional contract be able to influence the outcome of the 2026 season is absolutely ridiculous.
Unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike. Weekday mornings from 5 to 9 on 100.5 ESPN.
Hi, it's Eric from Canopy Wealth Management. Our years of experience have prepared us to guide you through your life transitions. Our local professional team brings over 90 years of collective experience in the wealth management industry for the benefit of our clients. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started on your financial future today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
After a serious accident, you'll need a winning team to protect your rights. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Since we have absolutely no evidence that the Packers pushed Rich Bisaccia into stepping down, we'll hold off on answering Tausch's creative, came up with it all by himself question of what this says about what the Packers are trying to be, since we don't know that they had anything to do with him stepping down.
You think
we'll
ever know that?
Shefty. What'd you think of Shefty on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy's commentary?
Hi. We'll get to that a little bit later. Jesse's got a couple of texts, and then we're going to get to Bulaga.
Okay.
Jesse, what do you got on the talking text line presented by the good people of Carbless?
I feel like I could use a Carbless right about now. Colorado Jeff, our first text of the day. Very glad Bisaccia is gone. I do want to know if this was a forced resignation. If so, Matt LaFleur looks inept again. If it really was a resignation, Bisaccia looks inept again. Colorado Jeff, someone's going to look inept.
I would disagree on the second part of that. I think if Bisaccia has kind of come to grips after seeing and reading and understanding where his role is moving forward and Maybe he just felt like I've let you down. I haven't gotten it done, and I don't think with the way we're going to approach this moving forward, I'm going to get any better. I respect the fact that he stepped down because it's easy to collect paychecks. Well, it is, Jason. I mean,
well, but
you can
here's
sit there and
so the reaction that I got from a lot of fans last night after this news broke was that, here we go. Rich Bisaccia screwed us again. If he was going to resign, why'd he wait so long? Now all of the best special teams coordinators that might have been available are off the market. So no, I don't think that if he was thinking, we're better, this team is better off without me coaching the special teams, and that's why he stepped down. Again, this is the problem with not having people actually speak and face questions, is that you get statements are easy to send out. And I'm not expecting them to call a press conference last night at 9 o'clock at Lambeau Field. But when there is a vacuum of information, that is where conjecture fills the void. And if you are predisposed to dislike, like Colorado Jeff, predisposed to dislike Rich Bisaccia, you're going to fill the absence of information with what you think. And if you think Matt LaFleur is inept and weak and can't fire people, you are going to fill that void with what you think happened. Right? And it's like the movie A Few Good Men. It doesn't matter what I believe. It matters what I can prove.
You can't handle the truth. No, you can't handle the truth.
Well, I would like to have the truth. But the bottom line is that until someone faces questions and at least is forced to answer them, even if they stick with no, he stepped down, this was his decision, why didn't this happen earlier? Did you guys have conversations about this possibility right after the season? Why did it take 38 days to reach this conclusion? These are questions that need to be asked. And once these folks are available, they will be asked. But to me, the problem with this is for Colorado Jeff and others, we don't know for certain. If we just take it at face value, he stepped down. For whatever, I mean, there may be someone who's dealing with an illness. I don't know. And so I never want to be assuming things because you don't know what's going on. But as of now, the announcement was that he stepped down. And Matt LaFleur does not have a history of being very comfortable firing people. That is very fair.
I just don't feel like,
say.
I don't think under any of these circumstances, to Colorado Jeff's point, Bisaccia is not going to look inept here.
I don't think so either.
I just don't. I think the only the organization and Matt LaFleur could, if they butcher this next hiring, but I don't know how you could look at this and say, "Well, Rich Bisaccia, this is where it's at," and coaches can leave. Is it frowned upon? Everybody. I don't know any Packer fans that are sitting here saying, how many Packer fans today are going to say, dang, are we going to miss Rich Bisaccia?
Not very many.
Now, the organization and the players do, and that matters to me. Mm-hmm. That matters to me. But I still don't think it's the right – I still think however this played out was the right way to do it. We needed someone new leading that group because we need something different to happen, whether that's procuring players and pushing Goody to get them different players, at least a punt returner, because that didn't happen under the Bisaccia era.
Did not. Well, they did have Jaden Reed when he was healthy, and he was pretty decent at it. But nevertheless, we'll get some more of the text messages as we.
Island.
Interesting. If you say, is it Guy or Gee?
No, it's Gee. It's Gee.
It's a tradition unlike any other.
Guy in Staten Island. Forget about no culture on this team. There's no discipline and a lack of accountability. Again, I don't know. There's no
Jason,
edge.
Is there a lack of accountability when it comes to Matt LaFleur's coaches?
And we view accountability as if your unit does not perform, you get fired.
Unit is getting worse and not improving.
Well, Goody told us it has improved during his time. So
yeah,
Goody said 2 weeks ago.
No, that was not true.
They fired Jason Rebrovich because their defensive ends were bad.
Yeah.
Right? And they replaced the defensive line they replaced him as the defensive line coach with DeMarcus Covington. But yeah,
and it got better at one spot for sure.
If your basis,
I thought Old Boy did a great job with Micah Parsons. Like I thought whatever they did there, his coaching, bringing Micah Parsons in helped him be a better football coach. That I know.
And some might say that David Gruber is the Micah Parsons of the injury law firm cases. One call, that's all. I don't know. It was a weak transition. I'm trying to get to Bulaga here. Work with me.
Well, go.
Crushed
Nobody's
it.
stopping you. Yeah, you.
Really? Nobody's stopping me. No, nobody's stopping me. Okay. One call, that's all. Gruber offices, 414-276-6666, 414-276-6666. Hopefully, you never have to make that call. But if you do, they're there for you. Go to the website, gruber-law.com, to find out more. Bryan Bulaga joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
We're on the Bucks.
If you're a star player, why would you want to go to Milwaukee and get locked in?
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
Only to have it not work out and Giannis decide he wants to bail.
Madison's home of the Bucks. 100.5 ESPN.
Mark Tauscher here for Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust. Well, if you're in your car right now or even a little while from now, you may realize that this is the time of the year it's at its dirtiest. Spilled food, liquids, scratches, and of course, all of that salt and winter dirt everywhere. And if your vehicle is in need of some quality care, I highly recommend you check out the detailing service at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. That service is incredible. It will make your vehicle feel as new as the day you first drove it off the lot. The interior detail is that deep clean that you know your car needs. Carpet and upholstery shampooed, leather and vinyl surfaces are dressed, interior windows are cleaned from dash to your doors. Every interior surface gets a thorough cleaning. And maybe, most importantly, your vehicle gets fully deodorized. And the exterior detail is much more than a car wash. It includes getting rid of tar and bugs, a light buffing, a wax, a deep cleaning of the wheels, and more. Learn more and check out their full new and used vehicle inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. The detailing service at Zimbrick Chevrolet, the name you can trust.
Talk about stepping up. It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
With Pella, you get so much more than stunning windows and doors. You get the Pella experience. Pella manufactures, sells, installs, and services every product. And with a 10-year labor warranty, your windows and doors are worry-free for years to come. If something goes wrong, we're here to handle it because you work with the same team from start to finish.
Right now, get 0% interest for up to 48 months.
Visit PellaWI.com today.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Big news from Carbless, a fan favorite and one of my favorites. Blood Orange flavor is now its own dedicated 4-pack, crafted with real spirits for a true cocktail taste. Blood Orange brings bold, citrus-forward flavor with a smooth, premium finish. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, only 100 calories, and gluten-free. Now it's even easier to stock up on the flavor everyone keeps asking for. Look for Carbless Blood Orange 4-pack at your local retailer now. Once you try it, you'll understand why Blood Orange has earned its own pack. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip. Find it near you at drinkcarbless.com.
A Road at Night is a documentary chronicling former Badgers player and coach Howard Moore and the 2019 tragedy that forever changed his family. You can see it on the big screen at Marcus Point Cinema in Madison, February 13th through the 19th, with exclusive post-screening panels during the opening weekend. A Road at Night, February 13th through 19th at Marcus Point Cinema in Madison. All proceeds support Howard Moore's ongoing care. Find showtimes and get tickets right now at aroadatnight.com.
Greg Scalzo here for Buck and Honeys. Congratulations to the perennial Best of Madison Award winner by the folks at Madison Magazine. Meet me at Buck and Honeys to celebrate Wisconsin hospitality. Whether you're enjoying the view on the Yahara River in Monona, exploring Wanakee, visiting the OG in Sun Prairie, or checking out the new location in Mount Horeb, you can enjoy the Buck and Honeys experience in a neighborhood near you. Serving lunch and dinner 7 days a week with brunch every Saturday and Sunday. I'll see you at Buck and Honeys.
We're on the Badgers.
The coaches, the players, we're bringing an entire new mindset.
Because we're on Wisconsin Sports.
And it's to win. It's to win.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Joining us now, he would never step down from us. Nor would he do so from Farmers or from getting after Jesse for his gratuitous shots at his alma mater. What is that? What are you doing, Jesse?
I got this button. I got this button the last time we went to a Badger game.
A button?
Yeah.
You got yourself a button?
$2, best $2 I've spent at any Badger event.
When's the last time they beat Iowa?
They're going to beat them on Sunday when I'm at the game.
It is Bryan Bulaga on Wilde and Tausch. Bryan, good morning. Sorry.
Good morning. I mean, hey, you got to get all the trinkets you can to feel good about yourself. That's fine. That's cool. All the trinkets. All the trinkets.
Big trinket guy.
Beat Iowa.
Yeah.
Bryan, you saw the news last night. Your immediate reaction that Rich Bisaccia had stepped down from his perch as the team's assistant head coach and special teams coordinator was what?
Because of how late it is, I was surprised. Because of how late we are in this process, I was surprised by it. I understand that everyone was kind of hoping, I mean, and I guess maybe I'm going on a limb by saying everyone. I'm saying a lot of the fan base and a lot of people in the media, too, have criticized him and his special teams, and the rankings speak for themselves. I understand that. But a lot of people were expecting this move early on in the process, right? So when it didn't happen, I just kind of assumed then Goody came out in his press conference and kind of gave him the nod of confidence and his trust in him, right? That was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then for it to happen now is what surprises me because it's late in the process, and I'm not sure who Green Bay's, really Matt, is going to go out and get that is of high quality, of really high quality, right? Who are you going to go take? Are you going to go try to raid the college ranks now to try to find the best special teams guy in the country? Because you're not.
Who's Iowa's special teams coach? Who's Iowa's special teams coach?
Well, it was LeVar Woods, and he went to Michigan State.
That name is floated. I saw his name floated last night.
Yeah, I mean, LeVar just took I think he's the assistant head coach now at Michigan State. So obviously really good in his time at Iowa. But that would be my question. So now you're going to go pull a guy from college and hopefully he adapts to the NFL ranks, unless he's already been in the NFL. Obviously, there's a lot of back and forth. But I'm just surprised by it, and it makes you wonder what happened internally. Something had to happen internally that this just
what do you think
pops
happened,
off on a
Bryan? Speculate for us.
Yeah, because I'm a really good speculator. That's my favorite thing to do. I guess my only guess would be maybe they said, hey, it's going to be more in the assistant's hands. He's going to do a lot of the planning and calling, and you're kind of going to be more. You're going to take on more of the assistant head coach role help oversee things instead of just maybe being special teams only, right? And maybe it was that, and he didn't want that. He still wanted full control over the special teams and that assistant head coach title. And maybe that was it. Otherwise, I don't know, because I don't know why he would step down right now when there was all this time leading up to it.
I was curious. I was looking up Sean Menenga because I was trying to figure out the timeline for his departure, and I happened upon his LinkedIn page. He is out of coaching. He works for a company called AgriKing as some sort of talent developer. So he never got another job in the NFL, and he was a guy they plucked from the college ranks. There's risk there as well, right, to do that. Mm-hmm. Chase Blackburn, who was fired by the Rams late in the season, I think he took another job somewhere maybe a week ago or so. But again, the timing of this, to your point, is to me the issue here. Because now you're scrambling. And so if this is a case of him being pushed or nudged or encouraged out the door, what the hell is it happening now for? And especially after, to your point about your speculative idea that, well, we're going to have maybe one of your assistants. Well, you lost the guy that was the number one assistant who'd been with him in both Vegas and here in Byron Storer, who went to Cleveland. And look, I'm not going to pretend that I think Byron Storer is the greatest special teams coach and we was just waiting for an opportunity. I have no idea. He's not Dave Taub, right?
John Fossil.
Right.
Fossil.
But if you were going to do this and you wanted to kind of have that person start to kind of take over for him, again, you waited until after the top lieutenant had left for Cleveland? Like, that's why it's hard for me to look at this anything other than he thought about it and decided he didn't want to do this anymore, at least not here. So maybe this is a Rich Bisaccia decision. But as we talked about before you joined us, like the timing and the way this played out, and without any clear-cut information, 2 weeks after Goody was up there talking about how the special teams have improved and he's so important to our culture, then you're just then we end up in Conjectureville. That's where we are.
Yeah. Well, that's my, and that's kind of the thing. Like Goody goes up there and says he's such a vital part to the culture, and now he's and it's like, okay, so what's going on in there? Like what's happening at 1265? Like, I mean, are we at a crossroads of where the culture is? I guess are we not on that culture? Are we moving on to a different culture? What's happening? Because like it's just an odd step down at the time, right? Like it just doesn't make a bunch of sense to me. Bisaccia's obviously been in the league forever. He understands the timing of moves better than anyone, right? Like he understands if I step out now, I'm really leaving them high and dry. Like I am really leaving them high and dry, and that's kind of where it's at, right? Like, and I guess you look at replacements. How about the guy from Pittsburgh that was with Tomlin forever? Where'd he go? They always had really good special teams. They always had really good special teams. He's always chewing a bunch of bubble gum on the sidelines. He's always throwing
Love a big bubble gum chewer. Love gum chewer.
Can't stand it.
He's always just tossing in massive pieces of bubble gum, which I think is just awesome. I think it's great. So where did he go? Because that's another veteran type special teams guy. I mean, obviously,
Danny Smith is who you're thinking of.
Yep.
Kind of a boring name.
And
I like Bisaccia as a name better.
Danny Smith, who is 72 years young, is the new.
Too old for Goody.
Too old. Our coaching demarcation line is 70. Players is 30.
He is the new special teams coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
No, there you go. Never mind.
But again, Brian, that illustrates your point. The Packers season ended on January 10th.
38 days.
38 days. Why are you making fun of me?
Well,
it's true.
You were screaming it this morning, and it's.
Well, it is 38 days.
Yeah.
With the Lent
moves
season
were made.
starting, it were more 40 days than 38, but it would have been nice for two more days. Go ahead, Brian.
Well, I mean, it's just that, like, moves have been made, right? Like, I mean, these good special teams coaches, if they're good, they normally get picked up really quick. I mean, because there's only so many and things like that, and guys that are proven that have had really good units and things like that. I mean, I think Pittsburgh's always been a pretty good unit when you watch them play. It's going to be hard to find someone that you really like, and then it makes you think, okay, well, did the special teams, is it going to improve? Is it going to get better? What do we know? I mean, and that's – and we're kind of back to the square one where people may be happy that Bisaccia is gone, which, like, I don't look at things that way. A lot of the fan base probably is that way. Okay, but now who do you replace with? Like, that's always like, okay, so you think that's a major issue with the team. Okay, fine, you're allowed to have that opinion.
And it is.
But
it is.
Yeah. But now who do you bring in? And now, at this point in time, who do you bring in? And that, to me, is
guys,
the biggest.
Boys, we're burying the lead here. We're burying the lead when it comes to this.
What does this say about the Packers?
No, 4 years. Rich Bisaccia was the leader of this group. He was the assistant head coach. He's the culture coordinator. This is an organizational thing much more than it is a coach thing. This is we're going to lean on our offense. And how many times, Bryan Bulaga, did you hear just catch the punt? Or at the end of a game, just let the ball go through the end zone, get the ball in our quarterback's hands. I've been saying this since we've been doing this show. And has there ever been a let's go make some plays on special teams attitude? Or has it always been, man, we got a great offense and a great quarterback. Let's get it to him and let him go to work. What has been the mentality of the Green Bay Packers as an organization more so than not? It has always, as long as I played, and I'm guessing as long as you played, and I'm guessing probably right now, it is because I know this year, at least with Keyshawn, we had, okay, he can bust one.
Right.
This year, all of us were just looking at it saying, man, I hope Romeo with that big old guardian cap just catches the ball and doesn't get hurt. That was legit what we all thought. You can lie and say that wasn't what you thought, but that's what you thought. And how are you ever going to be any good at anything if you're just saying, just don't screw it up? You ain't going to ever be any good. So we can sit here and say, well, I don't know where you're going to get the next coach from. I don't know. I'm going to go college or pro. If it's Bisaccia, if it's not. The bottom line is, if you don't change that mentality as an organization, it don't matter if you bring in Dave Taub's brother, who is better than Dave.
Jimmy Taub.
You could bring back Nolan Cromwell or anybody else that did a decent job as a special teams coordinator. It ain't going to matter. Am I crazy?
You're not crazy. You're not crazy. I mean,
all right.
I just, but at the same time, like
38 days.
With that, with you not being crazy and having that opinion, which is true. I mean, listen, there's a lot of truth to it. There's a bunch of truth to it, but at the same time, there has to be the scheming and the plan to be aggressive. There has to be the person that then implements that scheme and gets the proper guys in the proper positions to do what you're asking to do, is be more aggressive and try to actually make plays on special teams, right? Like there has to be that, I don't know, the guy that implements that. And to me, that's the tough part now, is finding that guy. And that's all I'm.
Yep.
So Brian, when you
going to get a player, yeah.
And I want to shift gears to some other things that this team is facing this offseason. But when you watched the games, obviously your area of expertise is clearly the offensive line. That's why we do tackle talk. You know that as well as anybody who does this. When you watch the special teams, tell me what you saw. Because for me, I saw coverage units that were solid. I saw one of the best punters in the league. I saw a kicker who a year ago was good until he wasn't, and he missed a kick in a playoff game, who probably fought through an injury when somebody should have just said, hey, look, you're sitting for a month and you're getting your leg right, and then had an absolutely abhorrent performance in a playoff game. And I saw a team that tried 2 rookie wide receiver draft picks as their returners, one who never returned a punt in his football life, and a kick returner who spent 5 years at TCU who returned 14 kickoffs as a true freshman. And that was the extent of his experience. So what I saw was some good, and then some, what the hell are they doing at the same time? What did you see?
Yeah, I mean, that's like kind of what it was. Like there were solid parts of it, and then there were just like absolute like blunders, right? Like, and especially you look at like, I mean, I get blunders happen in special teams. I mean, I was part of kind of a big one in 2014. But like the onside kick in Chicago, like, and obviously like you think you put your best players, like you have Romeo out there and it doesn't pan out and he fumbles it and Chicago gets the onside kick back, and all those types of things then get put back on the special teams coach, and then it gets put into the big pot like, oh, nothing goes well. And then obviously McManus misses the kicks in the playoff game, and it all gets put back on Bisaccia. Nothing goes well. He can't do anything. Like the units are all bad, and to me, that is what I saw most of the time from special teams. But like I look at it too early on in the season, the field goal protection unit, bad. Like getting kicks blocked against Cleveland and then Dallas, and it's like that's the reason why we lost against Cleveland, and it's why we tied against Dallas, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. So there was good things, and then there were blunders, and to me, like if you say you just clean up the blocks right on field goal, right? Like those 2 games didn't happen, so those are 2 most likely wins, right? Like you look at it that way. And you clean up the one blunder in Chicago, the onside kick. So those 3 things, forget the playoff game, right? Because if those if those 3 things are cleaned up, we're probably not playing Chicago, or we're playing Chicago at home, one or the other, right?
Nailed it.
So if you look at overall, it's not like it was terrible from start to finish, but when you put those small metrics in, which ended up being big things over the course of the season, it makes the whole operation look bad. And it really wasn't bad on every unit. It really wasn't like bad. But then, like you said, who's returning kicks? But that goes back to Tausch's point. Let's just get the ball in the hands of the offense and let's just like not make a mistake here. And to me, that's where it balances out. Like you got to be solid in certain situations, right? In protection unit, and obviously the onside kick unit. But then like you have to have a guy that can actually make something happen and threaten teams, you know, on special teams. Like have a punt returner that can get loose. Have a kick returner that if you do take it out one time, and
well, you had one, he won't play. You had a kick returner, he won't play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You had Nixon. Nixon was the guy that was supposed to be doing that, and obviously that changed in the offseason when he became CB number 1, right? I mean, that changed the whole plot.
He declared.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, is a great declarer. I've been starting to respect more and more of Keyshawn's declarations.
And we will.
He is a declarer.
We will.
I am the cornerback number 1. I will not return kicks, and I'm going to guess he's going to want a new contract. That's going to be his next declaration.
I do not like green eggs and ham. Tausch, you want to shift gears from this, and you apparently would like to tease us out of this as we segue to our second part of our conversation.
Yes, if I may. I'm trying to keep us on the clock as a certain young man is helping us organize this stuff, or woman. I'm not sure who's behind the scenes on that.
But what what?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this whole thing is, but I know it's fascinating. Brian, I said something yesterday.
I don't know what he just said.
He's talking about AI, and he's trying to assign a gender
I'm talking about
to it.
the Chat GPT. What do you mean you don't know, Jesse? We've been working on this for 3 weeks.
Young man or woman helping us out.
Do you know what the gender or sex of this thing is? I don't know.
Or
maybe
age.
you do. Help me out. Brian, I said something yesterday.
I'm leaving.
I think I have a solution to what I believe is our biggest problem as we're looking at this Green Bay Packers roster. I want to share that with you, and I want your input on that.
I'll tell you what Chat GPT told me about it.
So now you're stepping all over my teases?
I'm just the young man trying to help us be better.
Okay. Brian, I don't know what – I mean, you won't believe what I have to put up with around here. We'll do that next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Mark Tauscher here for the Blue Mountains of cold, refreshing Coors Light. Whether you're tailgating pregame, enjoying your experience during the game, celebrating a big win after the game, or you just need a moment to chill, crack open a Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. Coors Light is brewed with a 3-step cold process: cold lager, cold filtered, and cold packaged, so it's actually made to chill. The mountains on Coors Light's cold-activated bottles and cans turn blue when chilled to perfection, which, besides the refreshing taste, is my favorite thing about drinking Coors Light. Refreshingly cold and only 102 calories, Coors Light is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com.
As Layla Edwards shoots, she scores! Edwards with her second in Milan. It is now 4-0.
The call from NBC Sports setting a stage for a fierce face-off between the U.S. and Canada. The matchup collectively featuring 11 total Badgers. A star-bound roster for the Stars and Stripes: Layla Edwards, Hall of Famer Hillary Knight, and tournament points leader Carolyn Harvey. On the Canadian side, it's a charge of Bucky alumni, including Sarah Nurse, who broke an Olympic record in 2022. The puck drops Thursday afternoon at 12:10.
Get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. With exclusive features and customized for every home, Pella provides the highest quality products at a price you can afford. Go to PellaWI.com. PellaWI.com.
Here's to a Wisconsin winter you will always remember. To playing outdoors in a winter wonderland. Here's to cozying up around the fire and holding someone close. And to staying downtown, where the food scene makes your heart sing. And to celebrating moments frozen in time. Here's to those who Wisconsin. Plan your winter getaway at TravelWisconsin.com. Sponsored by Travel Wisconsin.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Molly Brown here for Metro Kia of Madison. Metro Kia is Madison's trusted Kia dealership, and they are home to the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Looking to purchase, finance, or service your vehicle? Metro Kia of Madison is the place to go. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned Kia, you can browse their extensive inventory and find this month's specials at MetroKiaofMadison.com. That's MetroKiaofMadison.com. Find your new vehicle at your trusted Kia dealership on the east side of Madison today.
your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
I don't know who this computerized young man or woman is that's helping us with the show, but they just told me to turn it back over to Tausch and get out of his way after his tease. So I turn the floor over to you.
So thank you, Jason. So, Brian, I think we can look at this football team, and there's flaws. We just went through all the special team stuff and with Bisaccia, and I'm sure we'll continue to pound on that. But I firmly believe the fact we couldn't hold on to leads, we couldn't close out games, was because we could not run the football. And we couldn't run the football because our offensive line was not good enough, and our offensive line got worse. That's why I think there's going to be major changes. And my solution, while there's all this flux, Shido's going to leave. We don't know who's going to be the center. We don't know when Zach Tom's going to be back. There's not one spot that you feel like solidified right now if we had to start the season. And I want to change that. And I think you're going to be on board with my plan because it fits everything you're about. He's an Iowa guy. I think the best offensive lines, and listen, we love tackle talk and tackle play, City and TJ, Marco Rivera, Mike Wall, all the great guards. Everything is great. The best groups always have a great center. I had one with Mikey Flanagan. You had one with Corey Lindsley. We have not had one. They wanted to get rid of Josh Myers. Josh Myers was better than what we saw last year. I think you can start solving your biggest problem. You can start helping your defense. You can get your run game back if you solidify that spot with the best available player, who I believe is going to go to market. And when you start looking at total cost, you'll end up paying less, I believe, than what you did for old 65 at left guard last year. I want the Green Bay Packers to be ultra aggressive and bring in Iowa's finest, one of the best centers, if not the best center, going into his prime. I want the Packers to go after Tyler Linderbaum. I want him to be our solidified linchpin and get this whole group turned around. And you can start sprinkling everybody else in. You can worry about Jordan Morgan at left tackle. I want it to be our center is set and we're good to go. And yes, we got to pay for it, but it's going to be worth it because in the grand scheme, great centers are probably going to be underpaid in comparison to their guard and tackle counterparts. So let's go get Linderbaum, and all of a sudden we're going to start solving what is our biggest problem the last year in a playoff game. Brian, what say you?
I love the idea. If you go out and be aggressive in free agency and grab the best center available, I think Tausch was right. I think it would be a good move because then, as we've talked about too, it helps you in the draft as well, not having to spend potential capital when there's holes elsewhere to fill that spot, right? You're not looking for a young guy to come in and fill that role. That's a tough role to fill as a young guy, right? Especially if you don't have a veteran-laden group around you, right? Normally, that's why I feel like Corey, I don't know if Corey would say it or not, but I'm pretty sure he would. Why Corey had a bunch of success his rookie years, because he was next to City and TJ. So he was able to lean on those two guys to kind of guide him in the right direction, right? If you bring in Linderbaum,
could you, Brian? Just a quick side note: can you imagine being a rookie thrown in with those two, and they know everything about everything? It's a positive, but it also had to be annoying. Like, I bet Corey went home and was talking to his wife like, God, these two, oh, my God, this is – like, it was entertaining, both great players, but, man, I could just imagine the conversations y'all had. Go ahead.
I would imagine his stress level every day was very high. It was extremely high.
God.
And, I mean, anytime he would, like, you know, we're going through film and he would make a call in the meeting room and it was – if it happened to be wrong, he wasn't wrong much, but it happened to be wrong, sitting in TJ, kicking the back of his chair. You idiot! That's not what it is.
That's fun.
It's just a stressful situation. And then he gets on the field and old boy's behind him, right? So if he makes a bad call, old boy behind him is even going to get on him even worse. So it's like it was just like a very stressful situation, but obviously having those two next to him is very beneficial, as we said, because they're phenomenal players, extremely smart. They knew everything about everything. And then Aaron, as tough as Aaron was on him his rookie year, I mean, would always get him back if there was a change needed, get him back on track. But I think if you bring in Linderbaum, not only does that help Jordan Love, right? Because my biggest complaint in that playoff game was how long they're sitting at the line of scrimmage to redeclare and pick up pressures. Like it was bothering me how long that play clock was winding down, and they're snapping at the last second. Tackles are getting off late. Guys are getting beat. You're not actually picking up the pressure. If you have a center that's seen it all, experienced it all, and he gets up there, he makes a call, the quarterback's confident with the call, then you have time for the quarterback to, like, make route adjustments and actually then look to the second level of the defense and try to figure out what's happening at the second level, not what's happening in the front seven, so he doesn't get ear-holed, right? Like, it's a big difference, and that's why I feel like Aaron, like, obviously how smart he was identifying pressures, but he felt good about what the center was IDing and that the rest of the four guys understood what the assignment was. Like, hey, we're picked up pressure-wise. I can look to the secondary now and try to manipulate what they're doing back there and change routes and do whatever. So, like, I think it would help Jordan Love tremendously. It helps Belton next to him. It helps get Belton more comfortable where he's at. And then, you know, like, with Banks, I think Banks can be a good, solid guard. I don't know what the future is going to hold there. My guess is they're going to restructure and do what they need to do to retain him for another year, if I'm taking a guess. But having another veteran next to him at center, maybe to help settle him down a little bit and play more confidently, would be a really good thing too, right? You get your interior three playing properly, and it improves your run game. It really does. And if you want to continue with this, I guess, downhill duo type scheme, if your center and two guards are able to stay hip to hip and move guys off the line of scrimmage vertically, that's what makes that thing go. The tackles in the duo scheme, they double team with the guard at times and they get vertical movement. But the other guy in the backside is man blocking. He's like, he can manipulate it and pass set and get the guy upfield and do different. At least that's what I did, just to try to throw guys off. But the tackles are either double teaming with the tight end or sometimes they're double teaming with the guard. But it's really what happens with those interior three that matters in that type of scheme. So if you solidify the center position with a vet like that in Baltimore, that's what they did with Derrick Henry. Like, that's exactly what they
saw
did.
That up close around Christmas time, didn't we?
Yeah,
we saw that pretty good.
Yeah, sure. What was that? 300 bones of running yards.
Yeah, most rushing yards in the history of our. It's something else.
Yeah. So Tausch, I love the move. I'd be on board for it. I'd be all on board.
And it can make it work. Everybody, cap. Now you make it work. And it's not going to be – you're not paying him $25. I don't know. I think he might get close to $20 a year, though. And that's where I think you're going to start looking how many spots. Then you have to really look at that Banks contract and say that might be what's going to prohibit you from going and getting a Linderbaum. And if that is indeed the case and he goes somewhere else, and you just know what you're getting with him, and you love what you get when you get him.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because, like I said, that if you do that move, it then allows you in the draft because obviously we don't have a first-round pick, it allows you with those picks then to address if you want a corner, if you want to address the interior defensive line, right, the D-tackle position. It allows you to kind of target things more specifically from that standpoint, right? And listen, as much as I was a rookie once, you were a rookie once, there's something to be said about bringing in a center or just offensive linemen in general that have the experience already. And
Brian, you said it right there, especially at center, because you are tasked. You can have an old vet guard helping you, but center is, I got to snap it. I got I would argue the hardest block in football is if you got to reach a shade or a one on an outside zone. There ain't nothing tougher than that. And you got to declare stuff. You got to know the quarter. You got to snap it good. There is a lot there. And when you're in a win now mode, one or two bad plays by the center will get your blank beat. Yep. So this just makes so much. I don't think this is going to happen from a financial standpoint, but I'm telling you, it makes so much sense. And you're never going to regret overpaying a guy going into his fifth year that plays at a high level or sixth, whatever it is. He is in his prime. He's in his elevator era. You ain't going to regret that. If he stays healthy, you're going to be happier than a clam writing that check, and I think helping you get to where you want to go, because right now what's limiting you is you can't consistently run the football at all. And I think it's those interior three much more. It's the interior three that really drive a run game, in my opinion, as you just kind of pointed out. Tackles, you got to get up on levels and things. The interior three drive it. And if you allow penetration, you get your blank beat. And way too many times last year, that's what happened.
Yep.
I just don't understand why the Ravens, this feels a little bit like the Giants letting Xavier McKinney out of the building.
They can't tag him, Jason, because it goes guard. The guard money cranks it up too much. Maybe they still will.
Be foolish to let him walk. He's a pretty
like
well-established,
Harbaugh and the Giants
really good
are going
player.
to be super aggressive.
I would think so.
Be my guess.
All right, Brian. And by the way, I'm glad we brought up Corey Linsley coming in 14 because this is the only time this has ever happened in my career. I was interviewing Corey during his rookie year about something, and he interrupted the interview and said, "Wait 1 second." Went over to City and TJ to ask him if it was okay to tell a story, came back and said, I'm sorry, I can't tell you that story. They said I can't tell you, which has never happened before or since.
They pulled a Hobbs.
Yes,
wow.
But he sought them out for permission. And then they put the kibosh on it. And he did. You're right. He handled the sometimes prickly quarterback extremely well. There was a time in
and
Seattle.
Those two guards, let me tell you something. Those two guards were prickly too. Now let's not get things twisted.
Yes,
there's a lot of prickliness in those. That little triangle of quarterback and right guard, left guard. That was as prickly as we've ever seen it in Green Bay.
Goes to show how special Corey is that he managed to enter that Bermuda Triangle and emerge as a Pro Bowl center. All right, Brian. I just want to tell you, I wasn't sure what our rules were. I am so glad that you continue to do this with us. We are so much smarter every Wednesday, and it's so much fun. So thank you for your work, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
That is Bryan Bulaga. His opinion on Tyler Linderbaum, I'm sure, is in no way influenced by the fact that they're both Iowa guys. We will kick off the 10 o'clock hour and get to some of your texts, and we'll even take some calls. Then we got to talk to Homer. 844-770-3776. Rich Bisaccia steps down. Whatever that means.
Homer would be our Rich Bisaccia, right? Of ESPN Wisconsin?
In that he's old or that
guy.
he sets the culture?
That's a really good question. We'll
Thank
have
you.
to ask him.
10 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes. Stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident.
And from now through February 22nd, our listeners get 35% off all Iron Jock gear on orders over $50 with the code ESPN35. Iron Jock helps you look good, smell good, and keep showing up. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Hi, this is Dave Kane. You're listening to Madison's Home of the Bucks, a good Karma brand radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson, Sports Center, brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out at 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. Rich Bisaccia steps down as Green Bay Packers special teams coordinator and assistant head coach after 4 seasons in Titletown and 38 days after the start of the Packers off-season. Bisaccia announced yesterday that he is stepping down from his role with the team. So the search for a new Packers special teams coordinator is on. Plenty more to talk about coming up on Wilde and Tausch. We continue until noon here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Rob Demovsky with the latest on the decision over at ESPN.com. College basketball, Wisconsin back in the top 25, but 24th ranked Badgers fall 86-69 on the road against the Ohio State Buckeyes in Columbus last night. Austin Rapp didn't play due to illness. Could have used him. Badgers back in action on Sunday afternoon hosting Iowa at the Kohl Center. Tip time set for 3 o'clock. Marquette hosts 17th ranked St. John's tonight at Fiserv Forum at 8 o'clock. WIAC Wednesday on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Platteville at Eau Claire.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now, thanks to Bryan Bulaga and that young man or woman who is helping us with our show. We'll speak to an older man. We'll talk to Uncle Homer coming up. Let's get to a text here. I know we've got some calls on hold as well. We'll get to those in the next segment. But, again, we are reacting this morning to the news last night that Rich Bisaccia had, and I'm quoting here, stepped down as the Packers' assistant head coach and special teams coordinator 38 days after the season ended on January 10th.
You're so outraged by the 38 days.
I'm not outraged. I'm saying that it adds a layer of oddity to the scenario.
A little bit, but Jesse, he did yell
Not
it.
a little bit. It's more than a little bit.
It was a yelly tone. Yelly tone.
Well, be careful. You'll be accused of glazing me like
Thanks
poor,
for your input,
poor
Hunter. That's good stuff.
Exactly. Jesse, the print is too small for me on my little phone here.
Don't worry.
My baby phone. What do you got there?
Ron in Rome texts this one. And when Gutekunst gives you a vote of confidence, start packing your bags. We've learned that from Aaron Jones and Rich Bisaccia. I think they made him an offer he couldn't refuse. He probably didn't want to wake up with a horse's head in his bed.
So,
wow. Ron in Rome.
Wow.
By the way, we did not. Speaking of The Godfather, we did not talk about Robert Duvall. What an incredible career! And R.I.P. He passed away this week. I believe he was 95. What a career he had! And there were a lot of great movies that he was in. Tausch, to Ron and Rome's point, to what level do you think there is something? You like to use the word malfeasance. Something, as I like to say, hinky about this whole thing. Like, what percentage of a question do you have as to whether or not this is what it is being presented as?
I don't think there's a ton of malfeasance. I think what happened is I think Matt LaFleur wanted to make some changes. He loves and respects Rich Bisaccia. And I think as you're breaking stuff down, and every team does a eval, a deep dive into what went right, what went wrong, I would guess that Matt LaFleur thought we needed to do some things differently. And as Rich Bisaccia is sitting in these meetings, at some point after it's like, well, we got to be better here, we got to do this, we got to do this. And I think Rich Bisaccia probably just looked at it, and this is my speculation, since there is a vacuum, since nobody's talking, I'll put my own opinion in. I think Rich Bisaccia, after a while, was like, maybe this isn't, maybe you need, I think maybe you do need someone different because this isn't how I look at things. I think we are better at this. I think we're better. And the fact that you don't makes me think we're not aligned to go about your business. So I don't think Rich is going to be bitter. He's going to have an ego, and he's probably going to say, well, blank off. I'm going to go get, if he wants to work, he's going to want to go and be successful somewhere else like every competitor would. But I don't think this is some sinister or Matt LaFleur. I think Matt LaFleur didn't want to fire Rich Bisaccia, but I think he knew he needs something different to happen. And if I'm guessing, again, guessing, he'll never say this. Mm-hmm. I think Matt LaFleur is more than content with how this shook out. Kind of like Goody trading away the Kenny Clark contract and the Micah Parsons trade? Yes. He doesn't. He respects and appreciates what Rich gave. He doesn't want to have a bunch of blood on his hands going back to the horse head in the bed deal. I think he just wants to kind of say, man, we appreciate your service. Thank you, Rich. We're going to hopefully try to find a different direction. Because it was not the typical, we wish you and your family the best. This was, we're very disappointed. Yeah. Or we're sad. You don't hear that very often. You don't. In these notes that the Packers write. So I don't think it's malfeasance. I think Rich came to the conclusion, I think he wants something different than what I'm willing to do. I am an old vet that has done things for a long time and the right way, and I think that the Packers want to head in more of a direction that I don't feel comfortable doing, and thus I don't know if we can all be on board. Be disagreeable, but then whatever that quote is, he probably couldn't get there, and that's why Rich Bisaccia is now a former special teams coach, and Matt LaFleur is going to bring in somebody that is going to look at this from a little different perspective. That's what I think happened. And that's a really good guess by you. Really good. And I will say this, there were a couple of instances this season where Matt LaFleur said something early in the week, and then Rich Bisaccia said something that directly counterbalanced it. Contradicted it. And Kicker's healthy. No, he's not. Yeah, I remember a few of them. When mistakes happen on special teams, they're catastrophic. And then Rich Bisaccia on Thursday saying, well, I don't know about catastrophic. There were a couple of instances of that where you thought, that's odd that he would do that. It's interesting. But again, you're right. There's a vacuum, and so we're guessing. What we're not guessing about is how great UW Credit Union is, since we're both proud members of UW Credit Union. Indeed, and for every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here forever you, whether it's as the coordinator, the culture coordinator, the special teams coordinator, or the guy looking for a new gig. UW Credit Union has proudly served Wisconsin for over 90 years, and they're going to help you reach those financial goals. And you know what? Why would you want to join UW Credit Union? Well, A, they are great in the community. They give back to every community they're in. You keep your banking local, you have great member first service, and you have great perks like early payday. And if you love Wisconsin like I do, you can't pay with anything else. Fandom will make you do crazy things, but this makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member today. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions do apply.
We'll get to a call and some more of your texts before we get to Homer. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. Well, you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
With Pella, you get so much more than stunning windows and doors. You get the Pella experience. Pella manufactures, sells, installs, and services every product. And with a 10-year labor warranty, your windows and doors are worry-free for years to come. If something goes wrong, we're here to handle it because you work with the same team from start to finish.
Right now, get 0% interest for up to 48 months.
Visit PellaWI.com today.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Buying a new vehicle should be exciting, and that's what Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb aims to do. That's why they vow to give you the better buying experience. Jim Rutledge here. I've had 3 better buying experiences at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb, and I keep on going back because the experience and the Chevy is fantastic. So if you're looking for a buying experience, you're going to want to repeat anytime you need a new or new-to-you vehicle. I recommend you make the short drive out to Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb because you're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Talk Badger sports year-round with the Jump Around podcast.
We are thrilled to be joined by Badger offensive coordinator Jeff Grimes.
Tune in for the top Badgers conversations every week, featuring special guests with Wisconsin players, coaches, and more.
Colton is a guy that has incredible athletic ability, arm talent. You know, he's a true dual-threat quarterback.
The Jump Around, brought to you by Steinhoffels. Streaming live every Thursday on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and available wherever you get your podcasts.
Chalmers Jewelers is hosting our annual Wedding Band Trunk Show, and you don't want to miss it.
Join us February 20th in Madison and the 21st and 22nd in Middleton.
Our wedding band vendors will be in-house, bringing their entire collections, featuring styles and designs you won't normally see.
This is your chance to find the band that tells your story. But appointments are filling up fast, so reserve your spot today.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Every act of change begins with a neighbor. When neighbors connect through the Feeding America network, small actions ripple into lasting impact. Feeding America, led by neighbors. Take action to end hunger now at feedingamerica.org.
Friday nights taste better at The Bridges. The Bridges Bar and Restaurant is back with a classic Friday fish fry, plus non-fish specials and prime rib. Great food, great drinks, and a perfect way to kick off the weekend. Fridays at the table and on the course at the Bridges Golf Course in Madison.
We're on the Packers.
This 2 or 3 year window needs to yield a championship.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
When you bring back everybody, Mr. Policy is telling you we're winning a championship.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
know it's been a little bit herky-jerky getting to your reaction to the Rich Bisaccia news, which broke last night. But it is Wednesday, and we love having Homer on, and we love having Bulaga on. So we'll spend the 11 o'clock hour getting to more of your reaction as well, along with trivia and everything else. But the timing, 38 days, not ideal. But let's get to a call, and then we'll get to Uncle Homer. Let's talk to Rich Bisaccia. Let's talk to Mitch in Green Bay. Mitch, not Rich, good morning. Welcome to Wilde and Tausch. How you doing?
Doing well. First off, I want to say Tausch with some top-tier teases today. It's kind of a shame he's getting interrupted on those. They've been great.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Tread carefully, Mitch. Tread carefully.
Really?
Not 11:15.
Really? Okay.
I want to preface by saying, to kind of lay it out a little bit, and I'll keep it short. My younger sister was in a car accident a few years ago, and she suffered a traumatic brain injury, and to this day, she can't walk, talk, eat, communicate. And so I had decided at that time to take care of her by myself so that she didn't end up in a nursing home, because that was the only other option. And 2 years ago, we were out on a walk, and we just happened to cross paths with Coach Bisaccia, and he waved at us, and then just by happenstance, a couple days later, we crossed paths with him again, and he came over and kind of beeline towards us, and he's like, "Who's this young lady?" And I had told him, like, "Oh, it's my little sister, Hannah." And I told him, like, she can't talk. She's not able to communicate. And, you know, like when we're on a walk, she stands out because she's in a wheelchair and she wears a neck support because she can't hold her head up. And he sat there and just talked to her as if she could communicate for like 10 or 15 minutes. And I just thought it was like the coolest thing ever. And then we ran into him a couple weeks after that. And it ended up blossoming into this thing where the last 2 years in season, like starting in training camp, every single week, and I'm not exaggerating when I say every single week, he took time every Wednesday or Thursday and told us to wait to the side if we were out on a walk. And he would come over and talk to my sister for 10, 15 minutes. Again, she can't talk. And they would have their own little conversation. And I know a lot of people could give a rip less about this side of it, and I know there were issues with the special teams. But with what I saw on Twitter last night, and I know he obviously isn't on social media, I just wanted to put that side out to it too, because he's like a genuine one-of-one human, and he didn't have to do what he did the last 2 years every single week, stopping to talk to my sister. And there aren't a lot of people at the stage that he's at coaching the NFL who would do that. And there were some weeks where he'd be talking to us and like players would be walking by into the building, and he'd like pull over Nate Hobbs, and he pulled over Josh Jacobs, and he'd be like, meet Hannah. This is Hannah. This is my friend Hannah Banana. And he's just such a good dude. And I really wish him the best with whatever is next. And my sister and I aren't from Wisconsin. We moved here 3.5 years ago with the promise that we'd have in-home nursing help, and it never came to be. We kind of got screwed over by the state, but that's a different story for a different day. But he helped us feel like so welcome because we don't have friends or family here. And just that relationship we built with him, it was incredibly important for me as a brother to see someone treat my little sister like that. So he's a good dude, and I wish him the best with whatever he has coming next.
So, Mitch, I'm going to tell you the truth here. I saw your tweet yesterday, and I had seen, was it NBC 26 up here who did a story on you and Hannah a while back?
Yeah, they did a couple of years ago. Yeah. Someone that lives by us. Go ahead. Sorry, Jason.
No. Go finish the story. I can wait.
Yeah, no, someone that lives by Hannah and I always saw us out on walks, and like an older couple. And they came about a couple years ago and asked about Hannah's story, and I told them, and they said, "Well, don't you have any help?" And I said, "She's approved for 24/7 in-home nursing. The state just isn't providing it." And they said, "You need to reach out to a news station." And I said, I'm not doing that because I don't want to get anyone in trouble, whether it be her case manager, her nursing coordinator, whatever. I said, these people have a lot to work with, not just Hannah's situation. And those neighbors ended up reaching out to the news station, who reached out to me, and I was reluctant to do it, but I agreed to do it as long as there would be like no specific names involved that would be, getting in trouble with Hannah's case.
So I watched that last night because you tweeted about this, and I saw it and I liked it, and I was actually going to reach out to you to see if you would tell this side of Rich Bisaccia. So thank you for calling in and saving me from doing that, because that was on my to-do list today, was to reach out to you because a bunch of us saw it. We all see you, right, when we're going to practice. I don't go to practice as often since I've got the show, but we see you and Hannah all the time, and I did see Rich with you guys frequently. And so, again, I think, and this is part, and I'm glad you called, because it doesn't change the on-field complaints or frustrations, but I do think that, and obviously because of my job, it's different too, because I'm with these guys every day, there is a human element to this. And you can say the criticism of the special teams is absolutely valid at times. Getting kicks blocked, not having a serviceable returner, that is 100%. But when we talk about Rich Bisaccia, the guy, and why, people roll their eyes about this culture stuff, but his interactions with you and Hannah and his interactions with lots of people in the building, you talk to anybody that works at Lambeau Field, they have come across him. And whether you work in the pro shop or on the janitorial staff, he is one of those people that is different than others. And so I appreciate you sharing your perspective on Rich Bisaccia, the guy, because it really does paint a clearer picture.
Mm-hmm. Can I share one more little thing, too?
Yeah, we're not in any hurry to get to Homer. It's fine.
Okay, I just, again, want this part to be known. He wore it on his sleeve when he would talk to my sister about the struggles with the special teams. When they went through that little phase with McManus being injured this year, and I don't think he would at all mind me sharing this because it's nothing too detailed or anything, but he would come up to my sister the week after a game when something would go wrong special teams, and he'd say, "I'm embarrassed to see you guys. He's like, my group let you guys down." And there was one game this year where McManus, it was a 65-yarder against Philly, 10-7 game at the end. And with all due respect, I don't think anyone thought the 65-yarder was going to get connected and send the game to overtime. And they missed, and the Packers lose 10-7. And when we met up with him the following week, the first thing he says to us is, "Hannah, I apologize." He said, "I have to find a way to make sure we make that kick next time." He wore that stuff. It wasn't, I think some of the people, when they send tweets out, they think oh, he doesn't care. They reference his contract and how much he's getting paid. Again, I understand that the special teams were far from growing at times and that maybe a change was needed, but I wasn't going to say anything because, if you scroll through my Twitter profile, I never, ever tweet. I just retweet stuff from my favorite teams. But when I saw last night what people were saying, it kind of dug in a little bit for me, and I was like, I want people to see this side of Rich Bisaccia. So, again, I appreciate you guys taking my call. And I just, hope whatever he has coming next is good for him and his wife.
Mitch, we appreciate you calling. I didn't really appreciate the Tausch praise for teases and my alleged interruptions. But other than that, this was awesome. So thanks for calling, buddy. We appreciate you.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Tausch, I talk about this a lot. The human side of this is part of this, and I think it is forgotten.
It is.
All too often.
And I think from Mitch's standpoint, it's very personal. And that's the connection in the community, and that stuff is awesome. And I don't think, and as I've said in the beginning of the show today, this isn't about the personal stuff when you're talking about how do we get better. We're analyzing what is going on the field. Everybody that you talk to, and you said it just now, thinks Rich Bisaccia, he is a football guy. And I think that the fact that he is shown, with Hannah and going about the way he handled that shows you what kind of dude he is. And that is awesome. That's great. So I appreciate Mitch calling in and telling that story because, we all are looking at this and the football side of this and winning and losing games and chasing championships, we all take that on as fans. Mm-hmm. When you have the relationship and you have that, it does, when people are bad-mouthing, just think of what players and their families on a much lesser scale go through when someone drops a pass or misses a block. It is personal to it's when people say, well, it's business. It's not personal. Well, their business is personal, and I think the fact that he's telling Hannah about feeling horrible that McManus missed a 65-yard kick into the wind tells you that how important these guys, the performance of their job is to them. I think anybody thought that Rich Bisaccia thought what was going on was great or that he thought it was acceptable. Nobody felt that way. And I love the fact that you got a really good glimpse that Mitch was able to provide with him and Hannah's story and how great Rich was with his time and pulling some players over. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I was going to reach out to Mitch, and I'm glad that he reached out to us instead. All right, we need to get to Homer, but before we can do that, Tausch needs to tell us about American Family Insurance.
I do, and oh boy, it's getting to be that time. Badger fans, American Family Insurance wants you and 3 friends to have the game day of your dreams. You can win on-court access before the game, incredible seats to cheer on your team. Enter the Dream Day sweepstakes now at amfam.com/Badgers. It'll get you right there in the action, and if there's a court storming, you'll be right there to jump out and get out there as well. Again, that's amfam.com/Badgers to enter the Dream Day sweepstakes for next basketball season.
We're sorry to have kept Homer waiting, but I think it was worth it. He's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
You said yes. You set a date.
Now comes the pressure of choosing a ring you'll wear every single day, forever.
That's why Chalmers Jewelers is hosting our Wedding Band Trunk Show.
Join us February 20th in Madison and the 21st and 22nd in Middleton.
Every wedding band vendor will be in-house, bringing their entire lineup. More styles and designs than your Pinterest board can handle.
Appointments are filling up fast, so reserve your spot now.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. I've been telling you for a while now how much I've loved Pizza Hut since I was a kid, and I love making new memories enjoying it with my family today. Looking for an easy win for lunch or dinner? Pizza Hut's My Hut Box lets you choose your entree. A personal pan pizza, a melt, or now, wings. Boneless or traditional wings start at just
$6.99.
One box, tons of options, all day, every day. Order on the Pizza Hut app or at pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut, feed good times, and remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. Our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. Call 608-220-0005 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
A Road at Night is a documentary chronicling former Badgers player and coach Howard Moore and the 2019 tragedy that forever changed his family. You can see it on the big screen at Marcus Point Cinema in Madison, February 13th through the 19th, with exclusive post-screening panels during the opening weekend. A Road at Night, February 13th through 19th at Marcus Point Cinema in Madison. All proceeds support Howard Moore's ongoing care. Find showtimes and get tickets right now at aroadatnight.com.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
If you're looking for something fun to do this spring, come join us Saturday, May 16th for Marco Siki's 8th annual Casting for Kids Fishing Tournament to benefit the American Family Children's Hospital and UW Carbone Cancer Center. We've raised $1 million for the kids so far. The event is a blast. We fish the Madison chain of lakes before live and silent auctions at the Alliant Energy Center. All kinds of sports memorabilia, guided trips, and a chance to win an Alumacraft fishing boat. So come join us on May 16th. Sign up today at castingforkids.org.
The WIAA Individual State Wrestling Tournament hits the Kohl Center on February 26th. This year, the WIAA and Madison Area Sports Commission are turning up the excitement with a Super Suite Experience giveaway. One lucky fan will score full weekend access to a hospitality suite, 10 suite tickets for Friday and Saturday, plus $100 in suite snacks. You must be 18 or older and in the stands at the Kohl Center on February 26th to enter. Don't miss your shot. Grab your wrestling tournament tickets now at visitmadison.com/WIAA.
Baseball season is heating up.
Breaking ball. Hit high. Hit deep. Left center. Bye-bye baseball.
Get ready for the return of Brewers baseball on 100.5 ESPN, Madison's new home of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Whatever you do, make sure you do it right.
I don't know if I would call this guy our Rich Bisaccia. He's old. He's curmudgeonly at times.
He's awesome in the community. Gives his time to a lot of great causes.
He does. Doesn't want anybody to know about it usually. He gets criticized from time to time.
Oh, he does. For his on-the-air performance, not his off-the-field stuff.
Agreed. And he's probably irritated with us.
So he's getting more Bisaccia by the moment.
For getting to him late, but I thought Mitch sharing that Rich story was worthwhile. It is Steve the Homer True on Wilde and Tausch. Homer, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm not as fixated on the special teams. I am, like you, surprised and would like to know what really happened. But, I don't know why it's even a discussion. We have this world's greatest punter. That pretty much solves everything.
You're a big punting guy. You do love punters.
Yeah,
Homer,
a little more important than
There's
special.
like 5 games they didn't even punt last year.
Yeah, he's being facetious.
I understand. I'm being facetious on his facetious.
But not much. As long as he doesn't get a block. Field, what? It's garbage.
You think the equipment manager's more important than the punter?
He's got to make sure they wear the right cleats.
The equipment manager. As long as you don't get them blocked. You can't get them blocked. If you get them blocked, then the punter becomes important, just like the field goals.
That's
the ones that were blocked and stuff, that's a big issue. But the premise, I disagree totally with you. You've gone crazy on special teams. It has an issue, but so small compared to offense and defense. Like, where
Homer,
you get the ball
Homer, hold up. Hey, you just insult me.
It doesn't matter when your offense is
me.
really good. What?
You insult me. Is it a big deal
I'm not insulting
that
you.
the team...
I disagree with one of your opinions, and that's an insult?
All right.
Do better
Hey,
than
Homer.
that.
Homer, you know what? I'm pulling back the insult word. I'm going to pull it back. Zip. Yeah. Not insult.
Took it back.
But the fact that the Seattle Seahawks that just won a World's Championship scored 10 touchdowns on special teams and or defense. Right. That's 70 points. We scored none.
Or defense. And or defense. All right? Seattle gave up the fewest points in the league, and they win the Super Bowl. The year before, Philadelphia gives up the second fewest points. They win the Super Bowl. The year before that, Kansas City second. The Green Bay Packers have never won a Super Bowl in 60 years unless they were first or second in points given up defensively. That includes Vince Lombardi, other than his last year when they were third. 60 years.
Yeah, I just think, Homer, I just believe that you can't just sit there and idly hope that a group isn't going to kill you. That's where we're at. Like, just don't screw it up because we've been stung.
I agree with you. Yes.
Well, that's
you also
important.
need to have good cleats. Yes.
He's not wrong. It's not wrong.
Oh, God. All right, I'll let you two debate the equipment manager versus punter. I am not interested in that.
He's dominating you today.
No.
You're dominating.
I agree with you, but the importance of the defense to be as good as it should be with Micah Parsons is 50 times more important, because if the defense isn't good enough,
6
the
times,
special
not
teams
50.
Won't matter. All right,
Homer,
whatever number.
we lost 3 games this year that put us probably from a 2 or a 3 seed to a 7 seed because our special teams blew it. At least 2 or 3 games. So to say 70 times more is crazy.
They couldn't beat Baltimore. If they had just won their last 2 games, they would have won the division.
That's
Does
a fact.
anybody else not realize that?
No, that's
I
fact.
realize it.
If they also would have won the Cleveland game and the
we didn't have the. I think the D line didn't have the right cleats on, and that's why they were getting steamrolled.
Good point. I'll look into that. Thank you. You're coming around.
Study that.
Thank you.
I
believe that was an indirect insult. I'm not sure, but I'm going to check my insult division.
No, you're insulted? Are we having an insult off?
I am. I just would like to chime in briefly, and then you guys can get back after each other before we have to let Homer go quickly.
I only got 2 minutes. I gotta go. I gotta go.
I'm
here.
Team Homer.
You got
this.
5 minutes. You got till 59. I was told.
I'm Team Homer on this, and also 4 special teams returns for touchdowns in the regular season and playoffs for the Seahawks. 4 out of those 10.
That or the defense.
The defenses. I don't know if it's by a multiple of 50, but it's definitely by multiples. Yes. So, Homer, before you have to go, and again, we appreciate Mitch calling. I think that was worthwhile. So, do you find the circumstances of this to be curious, odd, weird, however you want to put it?
Yes. I didn't
what
know
happened?
Monday. I just wanted to listen to you. What
Speculate.
happened? Yes.
Yeah, Jason doesn't know. So why don't you speculate?
For whatever reason, and we don't know the reason yet, he decided, I don't want to do this anymore in Green Bay. And LaFleur,
why do you think he felt that
nice
way?
A guy. You brought up one reason. I haven't. That's something he didn't like, I guess. But why did it take this long? Like
38 days.
38 days. Oh my God!
Dude, they don't play again for 6 months. I can find him a special teams coach. Just let LaFleur call me. I'll find him a guy.
All right, Homer. I will talk to you later tonight, I believe.
Special teams coach or hitting coach? What's less valuable to a team?
I have drawn the same
hitting coach a million times because it's impossible. It's impossible.
It's always their fault.
Some
when
would
the
say the
team's not
special
hitting.
teams. Some would say the special teams here is impossible.
You know what a hitting coach is like? A hitting coach is like a coach to bring people back from the dead. It ain't going to work. Whoever you bring them. Too hard. Yes. That pretty much ended the show, I think. But anyway, bye.
Bye. That is Steve the Homer True, a brief appearance, but
what
always
ended
memorable.
The show? Lazarus ended the show?
I think what he was saying was
his
that
analogy.
I think he felt like it was a really good place to end
Proud of
his
the analogy.
appearance.
Oh, he had a walk-off.
Yeah, kind of. Yes,
Reminds me of someone else who does that sometimes.
Since Mitch enjoyed your teases so much when they weren't being interrupted, did you have a tease for us next, or can we just say we'll have more next? It's Wilde and Tausch.
Why don't you come up with a tease?
Oh, snap.
I mean, I blow the doors off a tease and you interrupt the dang thing, and then you ask me ad whim to do a tease? You're the tease guy. You're the point guard.
I don't even know what that means.
You're Johnny Point Guard. Come up with a tease. Let's go.
Well, I guess I'll just have to wait to see what our young man or young woman came up with for us on ChatGPT to tell you what to talk about next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
We're on the Badgers.
I think unequivocally the Badgers are a Final Four caliber team.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
When the Badgers are playing at their best, no one in the country can beat them.
This is 100.5 ESPN.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Steinhoffels. Shop Steinhoffels President's Day Extended Sale and save at least 10% store-wide. Plus, test rest a Beauty Rest Black for a chance to win a trip to Hawaii, only at Steinhoffels.
As Layla Edwards shoots, she scores! Edwards with her second in Milan. It is now 4-0.
The call from NBC Sports setting a stage for a fierce face-off between the U.S. and Canada. A star-bound roster for the Stars and Stripes, Layla Edwards, Hall of Famer Hillary Knight, and tournament points leader Carolyn Harvey. On the Canadian side, it's a charge of Bucky alumni, including Sarah Nurse, who broke an Olympic record in 2022. The puck drops Thursday afternoon at 12:10.
Get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. With exclusive features and customized for every home, Pella provides the highest quality products at a price you can afford. Go to PellaWI.com.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot. A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
This is Coach Greg Gard. I've lived my whole life in Wisconsin, and I know what people here value: hard work, honesty, and looking out for one another. That's exactly how Bank CMG approaches banking. They combine hometown values with modern tools to help people make confident financial decisions. When you want a bank that understands where you're coming from, Bank CMG makes sense. Visit bankcmg.com or stop by your local branch. Let's get to work.
Make your fitness goals last with Johnson Fitness and Wellness, the largest specialty fitness retailer in the country with 2 locations right here in Madison. At Johnson Fitness and Wellness, you'll find top-rated treadmills, strength equipment, ellipticals, bikes, and more, all guided by certified fitness experts who match the right equipment to your goals, space, and budget. And with white glove delivery and installation, plus flexible financing options, you can build your home gym with confidence. Visit one of their stores today or online at johnsonfitness.com.
They say punters are people too, especially on KBN.
Brian Gutekunst is going to have his best offseason of his entire career. I've been thinking about roster development lately and what Goody has in store for him. And I don't see any way this team can become a title contender unless Goody has the best offseason of his whole career.
Kyle, Brust, and Nordman. Presented by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL. Weekdays from 2 till 4 on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It starts with a spin, and suddenly, you're not just looking at a screen. You're looking at your winnings. But what would you do with them? Imagine a bubbling private oasis. No noise, no schedule. Just you and the view. From imagination to celebration. What would you do with your winnings? Find out today at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
Brewers baseball is in the air.
Fly ball, deep left, get going and gone!
Spring back into the baseball season on 100.5 ESPN, Madison's new home of the Milwaukee Brewers.
All right, we'll get to some more of your texts and reaction to Rich Bisaccia stepping down as the Packers' special teams coordinator and assistant head coach. And yes, while Tausch has made some jokes at my expense, and rightfully so, the timeline still confuses me and makes me wonder more why we are where we are on this. Because 38 days is a long time. And anytime I see a statement in which, after weeks of reflection, my antenna go up. And I get very curious as to why that would be. Because the NFL comes at you fast, as you have taught us. Very rarely do you have 38 days to reflect on something before you decide to do it.
Well, no, typically you do it when your career's over. Then you have 3,800 days, hopefully.
As you well know, indeed. So, again, I know that I keep ringing the 38-day bell, but it is odd.
Jason, any chance that this means maybe there's more changes coming?
What do you mean by that?
Steno?
Yeah, I would say this. I don't think we can now assume that anything is set. Right?
That's my point. I would have thought everything was set, but you know what? The Packers have a way of doing things. Have they sent out their full coaching staff list yet?
And they didn't last year
and
when there were...
It's been 38 days.
It has.
I mean, the Steelers hired a coach and went about their business. They put theirs out. I know who their chief of staff is. They sent out a list of their 28 coaches, and they got Scarnecchia. It's a fun name to say. As their dude.
That is fun.
And you're looking at it like, all right. And that is with a full revamp.
Yeah.
Total revamp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And after getting turned down by our buddy Scott Tolzien for their offensive coordinator job. Look, I don't know if there's more changes.
Did you talk to Scotty? Why did he turn that down?
I texted him. I didn't ask him why. I just
what did you text him about then?
That's private. I'm not here to tell you about my text messages with Scotty.
Aren't you curious to know why he didn't do it?
What do you think?
Of course I am.
What do you think Colton Joseph's going to look
like?
What
did you ask him? What he had for lunch? Like, what are you asking him?
Scott.
I'll just ask
Hey, Scott, you have a sandwich? What'd you have?
How about that win over Michigan State on Friday? Huh?
You think they should have stormed the court, Scott?
Tune into the new season of Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus Audio Network, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. All kinds of great content there. There's one that's narrated by Marcus Johnson. There's another one that's narrated by Charlie Behrens. It's really good stuff. It's behind the scenes. It's fun, and you can find it on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, which isn't that new anymore, and wherever you get your podcasts. Behind the Bucks, presented by Gallagher.
Hey, Scott Tolzien, what do you think the Bucks should do with Giannis next year?
Scott Tolzien, if you want to text us,
Jesse, that's a low blow. That's a low blow.
That's where we're drawing the line today?
Yep. That's a low blow. Jason, I'm going to apologize for Jesse giving you a low blow on that.
Scott Tolzien, if you want to text the show to tell us why you turned down the Steelers job, the number is 844-770-3776. The 11 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here. People ask, why did I join UW Credit Union? Well, let's break it down. Convenient local branches, easy-to-use mobile banking app, rewards checking with early payday, and that beautiful Bucky debit card. Also, they've been serving Wisconsin since 1931, which means they have local expertise that's actually local. So stop by a branch or visit uwcu.org to join today and become a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Monte Ball.
Monte steps to the right, dashes, reaches, touchdown.
You listen to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson, Sports Center, brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors, trusted and local experts providing the best quality roof, siding, windows, and doors, expertly installed and at an affordable price. Get your free estimate today at ridgetopexteriors.com. Rich Bisaccia steps down as the Green Bay Packers special teams coordinator and assistant head coach. Bisaccia has spent 4 seasons in Green Bay as the special teams coordinator, including last season where the Packers struggled on special teams and a couple of wins away that could be influenced by special teams from potentially a different outcome in the postseason. Lots to talk about as we continue on Wilde and Tausch until noon here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. If you missed any of the conversation with Bryan Bulaga or Homer, you can find the full podcast available on the ESPN Wisconsin app and on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. College basketball, Wisconsin falls 86-69 on the road against Ohio State last night. Badgers looking to bounce back Sunday, hosting Iowa at the Kohl Center. Tip time set for 3 o'clock. WIAC Wednesday tonight on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Platteville at Eau Claire men's basketball. Tip at 7 o'clock.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. And it begins where it has been left off multiple times during the course of today's program. Not, of course, during Tausch's teases, but during your texts on the Carbless Talk and Text line. Less is more. 844-770-3776 if you're Scott Tolzien or you want to chime in on Rich Bisaccia stepping down. Jesse, what else do we have from our fans on the Carbless Talk and Text line?
I saw somebody say, why do you ask for texts? You never read them. Well, we're reading them all so long.
Oh, we're juggling a lot. Yeah. I understand, though. You take the time to... You take the time to text us. I do want to get to your texts.
I read the text a lot more than the YouTube comments.
I'm going to agree with our texters on this. I think you guys have been I'm not going to use the term malpractice, but I feel like you've left the texters in the dust a little bit.
Yeah, it's almost as if somebody talking quite a bit influences whether or not we get to their texts.
Oh, yeah, because I wasn't telling you to break with Bulaga at 52. You decided to go 2 more questions, but
what
that's
is
on
ChatGPT
me?
going to say about you talking about behind-the-scenes discussions? And by the way, it sets you up for the tease that I stomped on.
You like how he throws a "you guys" at us in that commentary?
Truman
you think I have any control over when you put texts up? You do.
No, but you have control over the way the conversation goes on the program. Just a little bit.
Let's get to the text.
Stop me if you've heard this. Hey, Jell, before you do that, you ever heard that phrase? Hey, Jell, before you do that.
Yeah, no, I've never heard that.
Hey, I have
you're doing it
done
right
that.
now.
Yes. No, I have done it. I just told you I did. Yeah.
Nick and
38 days. It's been 38 days since we read a text on a talk and text line.
Nick and Wanakee. I love the texters, by the way. Much better than the YouTube dwellers. Nick and Wanakee. While this would have been a better move 5 weeks ago, it's still better than continuing with the status quo, which was horrible and costing the Packers games. Yes, they have to scramble, but I don't see how things could get any worse than what they had on the field already. Nick and Wanakee.
Oh, it can get worse. It could get worse. I mean, it could. But Nick's general points in the beginning, I agree. Status quo was not going to do it for me, and I would bet right now. I don't know what I know the Gosler stopped doing his rankings, so well, I would tell you, Channel 3000 out of Madison, that'd be a great little thing for their beat guy to take hold of and run with.
What
someone
is with
to do
you
that
today?
Well, I would love to have someone take over to Goose's job of having what the special teams rankings are. They were renowned. Everybody was renowned about what those rankings were. And I would bet we can't be much worse next year than where we were this year. So I agree with Nick in talking because they did cost us games. Mm-hmm. That's why I have the urgency with what the special teams is. Because those games that we lost because of that cost us seeding, it cost us the North, and it probably cost us a legitimate operation to trying to go win a championship. And with that, I think we have a better chance at doing something different by changing the leadership of that group. That's
but
all
it could get worse.
Yeah.
As you are correct about that.
Absolutely it could. Yeah, it could get worse. Yep.
Long one. Spencer in Minnesota texts this in. I think Rich leaving has to do with having both roles as the team special teams coordinator and as assistant head coach. Previously felt like he had let LaFleur down. Now, after losing his top special teams assistant, he could have felt he'd have more responsibilities as the coordinator again, while also coming up short as the assistant head coach last season. Realized he couldn't do both without an experienced assistant and chose to step aside.
Hey, vacuum is there. Spencer just filled it with I thought, a very thoughtful.
It is thoughtful. And again, you're right. The vacuum is there. I would say that I think Rich Bisaccia is very confident in what he does. I think it's unlikely that he looked at it and thought, I can't do a good job of this. Because, again, if you don't think you can do it anymore, what do you probably do? You retire. And he is not retiring.
Well, you can't do it anymore under this leadership.
Well, but again, that's not
questioning
your own ability.
Tweaks. No, I don't think coaches never question their own ability. It's whether they have the energy to keep going. They always know they got it up here. It's whether I want to go through the grind and continue to do it. It's the same as players. But I would bet Rich at a certain point, if it is tweak City USA, we're going to tweak this, let's tweak this. At some point, all the tweaking completely strips you of what your foundation is. You ain't got nowhere to build. Tweak, 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 tweak. Eventually, it's like, I don't want no more tweaks. I'm out.
I can
you
tell
don't
you this.
trust what I'm doing.
I don't want any more tweaks I don't want the word said again. There's a lot of tweaks.
Can I ask a question?
Please.
What does an assistant head coach do?
Sounding board. Helps him make the critical decisions in the critical moments, which some would argue have not been great. He is definitely his consigliere, or was. Look, I don't know what they are like in the times that they're not visible to me. I don't know what their relationship is like, but I can tell you that when he was getting a bunch of criticism, behind the scenes, Matt LaFleur was emphasizing how important he is to their culture and how much he leans on Rich Bisaccia. That is not a false narrative. You could question whether it was the right person to lean on. You could criticize the special teams. You could do all that. But that was genuine. And I don't know who Matt LaFleur is going to bring in to fill that void, if there will be someone. I don't know if all 32 teams have an assistant head coach. But to your question, it does feel like a little bit of a nebulous title with not a lot of clarity on what they do. But that's what Rich Bisaccia did for LaFleur. A guy who had been in the league a long time, a guy who had been an interim head coach, a guy that had a lot of wealth of knowledge, institutional knowledge. I think that he had a lot of value to Matt. But again, keep going back to this, but in this vacuum, we need some answers. We want some answers. See if we can handle the truth. Jesse, you got one more text that you like?
I do. Another long one from Rob in Waukesha. These texts,
my God.
They keep getting longer. I even got to squint to read this one, but it's good. This is from Rob in Waukesha, the Carbless ESPN Wisconsin Talk text line. I honestly believe that however this went down, it means one thing. The training wheels are off. Rich Bisaccia was the guy LaFleur would lean on, and I think I remember 12 being very complimentary of Rich, but not so much when it came to Matt post-Green Bay when he was in New York. The replacement hired will tell us a lot. A young guy with minimal experience will answer to Matt on everything. A veteran coach means LaFleur will have more of a hands-off approach and be more CEO-like.
Yeah, it is a good text. Again, I don't know who's available. I would argue that given the timing, 38 days after the season ended, that there's not a lot of desirable, experienced long-term veteran special teams coordinators that are going to be available. Maybe there's some been retired for a while. I haven't looked at the emergency list in that category, but it feels unlikely to me that there's a lot of proven commodities that are still available at this point. Now, that said, I do think Matt LaFleur, while he does have the CEO role as being the team head coach, Tausch, correct me if you think I'm wrong, but I think Matt LaFleur likes to be the head coach who is almost exclusively focused on offense. And he wants to let the defensive coordinator be the defensive head coach, and he wants to let the special teams coordinator be the special teams head coach. He does not want to be dabbling to an extensive degree in those other two departments. Would you agree with that assessment or not?
Not only would I agree with it, there's video evidence of it. Go back and look at old boy on that iPad. As the defense and special teams, Lord knows what the hell was going on behind him. He's sitting there like it was he was at a coffee shop drawing up plays.
He was at a webinar.
Yeah. So, I mean, he has the overall, obviously, the picture of the football team, but no doubt he wants, and that's why I think one of the reasons he hired Gannon, I think he realizes time with dealing with the media and handling all of the locker room stuff and game management and then being the play caller and the big boss as the offensive, basically the play caller and the offensive coach. He's got to pick your spots. And now if the defense is struggling, will he give his input? Obviously he will. But he is very laser focused on the development of the quarterback and his offense, period. Is that the right way to go about business? Is that how Sean McVay is? Feels like it. It feels like it. And he's had success. Obviously, Matt has had success, but it does seem like in critical moments we've been missing things. And I don't know how you fix that.
We will check in, since we like to read as many texts as possible, with any others that may be lingering even as we move forward with trivia and Wonelli. But we do need to play trivia. It is Wednesday. Jesse is headed to Eau Claire after the show for WIAC Wednesdays on the ESPN Wisconsin app. So,
and
Jesse?
Thursday off day, which is, boy, I'll tell you what, I maybe am not the greatest prize picker. I had a good run this season. Was I any more soothsayery when Jesse made this great announcement, and I am all for promoting WIAC Wednesdays. I think it's awesome that Jesse's going up there. It's great that he's getting students involved in the color analyst and getting them involved in as much stuff. But was there ever anything more given that he was taking Thursdays off after his WIAC Wednesdays? And he claimed he wasn't, and you knew I was right, and he didn't want to fess up at the time. Gel?
I have taken, now with tomorrow, 2 of the 8 Thursdays off.
That's a quarter of them.
That's 25%.
That's 25%.
Which means I've worked 75% of them, which is a C. Yeah?
Well, if you'd have just said it from the jump, listen. By the way, I don't blame you one bit. That's a long drive.
It's
a huge drive.
River
but
Falls
then
would
just
have been
say,
tough.
yeah.
River Falls would have been
That's
tough.
what you say. You know what? We want to expand and do this. I want to get Riley and Hunter a little more experience producing.
Especially Hunter.
But you're trying to act like you were going to be somebody's hero, and we all knew.
And
you
we
weren't.
don't need another hero.
So why didn't you just say, yeah, old T, you're going to be right. I'm going to definitely miss some Thursdays.
I was not planning to take tomorrow off because last week's road trip to Menominee, which I made Thursday morning back home, was much longer than the trip to Eau Claire. However, in my trip up to Eau Claire today, we have a lot of fun planned, including I have a chance to meet with some broadcasting students before the game tonight from UW Eau Claire for a little meeting of the minds. Yeah, a little networking opportunity with some of the Eau Claire broadcasting students. So I'm looking forward to sharing my wisdom.
What I would have loved, and I think this would have been too controversial, so you probably wouldn't have done this.
Oh boy.
It would have been fun to tier the facilities that the WIAC programs have because by all accounts of everybody I've spoken to in the WEAC world, Eau Claire's facilities are dynamite.
It sure sounds. I've never been there. It sure sounds like we have saved the best facility-wise for last. Eau Claire, brand new multi-million-dollar
facility. Don't you have another
facility.
Wednesday coming yet, or is this it?
This is the final regular season WIAC Wednesday broadcast we have here tonight. We are finalizing our plans for something special next week, which I will tell you about.
Very special.
Now, Superior dropped out of the WIAC a couple
Correct.
years ago, right?
Correct.
Or they've been out of it for a while?
There are 8 teams in the WIAC, yes.
Now that we've established that, and that you have missed 25% of the Thursdays that followed WIAC Wednesdays.
Riley tomorrow. We can give you a Valentine's Day, birthday, all the updates you want from his new girlfriend.
Is it right? They are rolling out the blue gold carpet for you?
They are. Oh, yeah. They're meeting with
like
students.
Tours and hotels.
Oh, yeah. This is
massages.
They are taking good.
You're getting a massage?
They are taking good care of me in Eau Claire tonight. This
really?
is
Manny Petty.
Wined and dined in Eau Claire here tonight. This is a good stop on the WIAC tour. Appreciate the blue golds.
Well, before you get your spa treatment in Eau Claire, you want to give us a caller that you would like for trivia?
15 for no particular reason.
Caller 15 right now, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Caller 15 plays trivia after Tausch tells us about Hard Rock Casino, Rockford.
60 minutes from the greater Madison area. There's nothing better. Head on down I-90. You get down there. It's got that big old purple and gold guitar that lets you know you're at the Hard Rock Casino Rockford. You're also going to know you get great food options at UU Noodle Bar. Still wanting to check that out. Great sports book that Jesse cashed in on. I did not. Got great table games, slots, and a great high-limit room experience that delivers premium table games tailored for discerning players with enhanced game rules. Blackjack, where the dealer stands on a soft 17, which gives you much better odds. It's the kind of authentic high-limit action that does set the Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart. Your next hand, well, it could be your best yet. Visit the high-limit room at Hard Rock Casino Rockford and rediscover your game on your terms, in your rhythm, and with your edge.
Trivia's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Hello, I'm John Hayes, the owner of Goodman's Jewelers. It's been my pleasure to serve this community from this incredible store for over 4 decades. We stand upon high standards and classic traditions, pillars like honesty and integrity. Stop into Goodman's Jewelers, the longest-standing full-service jewelry store in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. Our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. Call 608-220-0005 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident.
And from now through February 22nd, our listeners get 35% off all Iron Jock gear on orders over $50 with the code ESPN35. Iron Jock helps you look good, smell good, and keep showing up. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app.
This loss is as painful to Packer fans as you can ever imagine.
A customizable homepage, easier and quicker live listening. Your shows at the touch of a fingertip. Available in Apple and Android app stores.
I have no evidence behind that whatsoever. It's just a feeling I have, and that might just be because I'm scared of this rivalry in the playoffs.
Your one-stop shop for ESPN Wisconsin. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Download it today.
If you're looking for something fun to do this spring, come join us Saturday, May 16th for Mark Osiki's 8th annual Casting for Kids Fishing Tournament to benefit the American Family Children's Hospital and UW Carbone Cancer Center. We've raised $1 million for the kids so far. The event is a blast. We fish the Madison chain of lakes before live and silent auctions at the Alliant Energy Center. All kinds of sports memorabilia, guided trips, and a chance to win an Alumacraft fishing boat. So come join us on May 16th. Sign up today at castingforkids.org.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
We'll try to squeeze in a few more text messages before the show ends from the Carbless Talk and text line. But for now, it's time for trivia presented by Iron Jock and Cousin Subs.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Iron Jock, performance apparel that actually performs. No stink, just performance, and proudly Wisconsin built. Shop now at ironjock.com. And by Cousin Subs. It's lobster season at Cousin Subs. Their lobster salad sub is fresh, flavorful, and only here for a limited time. Try it today.
Let's welcome in our contestant. It is Jeff in Janesville. Jeff, good morning. How are you today?
I am living the dream. I am living the dream, insider.
Nice. Well played.
You don't like Jeff now, do you? You're anti-Jeff.
like
You're
Jeff
pulling
a lot.
for Jeff to fail.
I like Jeff a lot. I'm not rooting
Just
against him.
got snarky with Jeff. You got snarky with him.
I don't blame Jeff. I don't blame Jeff. I blame you. All right, Jeff, question one.
Back-to-back days with a contestant from Janesville, by the way.
Yeah, we're big in Janesville. Yeah. Not as big. Have we lost our luster in West Bend?
I don't know. I haven't heard a lot from the West Benders lately.
We have not.
True,
I'm a little concerned about our popularity in West Bend.
Janesville represented very well.
But we're huge in Janesville. Yeah.
I just left West Bend, and I'm on my way to Big Bend right now, so...
Well, we're even bigger in Big Bend, am I right?
The better Bend, right. Some would say.
Question one, Jeff, from Janesville to West Bend to Big Bend to Bend, Oregon. Home to baseball and football teams at multiple levels in Eau Claire, historic Carson Park is located on a piece of land surrounded by water on three sides, which is known as which type of land formation? Is it a peninsula, or as some on the program might call it, peninsula, an isthmus, or a glacier?
I shouldn't have studied police science. We'll go with B.
An isthmus. That's too bad.
It's a tough question.
Yeah, I bet, Joe.
A piece of land surrounded by water on three sides, Tausch, is known as what?
It's a peninsula. It's a peninsula.
Peninsula.
What? Isthmus is two sides? Is that right?
Isthmus is a narrow strip of land surrounded by water on two sides, yes. Connecting two larger pieces of land.
All right, let's bounce back here, Jeff. Question 2.
Well, I have a funny little anecdote
I'm sure
about
you
Carson
do.
Park. That you mentioned that, Jason. That park is where I knew I would never be a Major League Baseball player.
Or a banker.
What happened at Carson
Wait a
Park?
minute. So were you going to leave it at that? It's a tease for tomorrow?
I was going to tease it because I know Jeff's got stuff to do.
Tausch's unfortunate day at Carson Park that changed his life
so
forever.
I'll leave that up, but I just remember to keep that story in the holster. That is where I knew I would not be a Major League Baseball player. Continue.
Mine was against Tony Romo in Madison, Janesville Craig versus Burlington, playing in Madison, and he was a hell of a pitcher. He was a better pitcher than he was a football player in high school.
Is he better as an analyst than he was as a pitcher?
Yes. Well, pitcher than he was a football player in high school. He was a hell of a pitcher in baseball.
I don't know, Jeff.
I was 1 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. So and I had 2 picks against him in high school. So he was a better
Jesse,
pitcher.
I'll tell you what. Note this down. I want our listeners. We're going to spend a day doing this. When did you know? When was the moment you knew you weren't going to make the big leagues? Because I almost guarantee you, everybody that listens to our show will have some moment that they've been humbled and thought, all right, I can't do
Riley's
it.
a baseball guy. You can do that tomorrow.
Hey, Jeff, so did you play for Bob Suter?
Oh, I got lots of stories about Bob Suter, but that's for another time.
He is a
hell of
legend.
coach, though.
Yeah.
He is a legend.
We literally have 2. We just got 2 new shows just off of Jeff's call today. When did you know you weren't going to make the big leagues? And Bob Suter. Stories of Suter. That's pretty good.
All right, Jeff, question 2 is this.
We're only on question 2?
It's amazing how this happens around here.
I don't know why we don't get to more text messages.
How come we don't get to Eisen on time?
Question 2, Jeff, is this. Which of these Wisconsin cities is located farther north than Eau Claire?
Ooh.
Superior.
Far, that's not one of the options. Farther north than Eau Claire. Is it Green Lake, Rib Lake, or Wind Lake?
I will stay with B, because I have no clue.
B, Rib Lake is correct.
I would have went Wind Lake. Where is Wind Lake at?
Wind Lake is right next to Muskego and Big Bend, where Jeff is.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Boy, I don't. Maybe Eau Claire is not as far north as I thought.
Muskego High School is very divided by those who grew up in Wind Lake and those who grew up in Muskego that attended.
Oh, it's
Muskego
the train
High
tracks?
School. Yeah,
That's the train
you're not
tracks?
really a Muskego.
The other side of the lake.
You're a Wind Lake person. Yeah.
All right, Jeff, as much as I could keep doing this, let's get to question 3 and be done. And this question is courtesy of UW Eau Claire Jr. Gary Barta, who is joining, well, it says me, but you mean Jesse, joining Jesse for tonight's call of the game between the Blue Golds and the Pioneers.
That's correct, yeah.
There you go.
Looking forward to my new friend Gary Jr. joining me tonight. Color commentator.
This is not an easy question, Jeff.
How many fake laughs is Gary going to give Jesse tonight?
The Prize Picks projection is 14.5.
As long as he steals his mouse, we're okay.
Indeed. See, there's a loyal listener right there.
I gotta watch my mouse tonight. Oh.
All right, Jeff. Which of these capitals of North America is Eau Claire officially known as? Is it known as the... Yeah, take it up with Gary Barta if you're unhappy with this question, Jeff.
Yeah, I will.
Might be in class right now.
Is it known as the independent artist capital of North America? The walleye capital of North America? Or the coob capital of North America?
Ooh. Interesting question.
It is one of those three.
Yeah, well, Charlie Barron's would be happy. I'm going to go with B, walleye.
Oh, Charlie Barron's, if he was rooting against you like I was, he would be happy, because that's wrong.
Fond du Lac has to be the walleye capital. Fond du Lac.
It's Lake of the Woods, Minnesota claims to be the walleye capital of the world.
None of these are official, though, right?
No, they're all made up.
According to the information that I was given by Jesse, Eau Claire is officially known as the coob capital of North America.
I wonder if coob's ever going to be an Olympic sport.
Would it be in the winter or... Never mind. Jeff, you got one right. That means you got 2 entries into our drawing on Friday.
You are so happy that Jeff missed 2 questions.
I'm not
it's embarrassing
at all.
how happy you are.
I'm not.
No, you are.
No, I'm not.
I'm... You just said...
I don't...
You are. Just
I was
admit
playing,
it. Why do you guys have such a hard time just admitting it?
I'm not having a hard time admitting.
Jesse.
By the way,
you're the one I'm cheering against.
According to Gary, Eau Claire hosts the U.S. National Coob Championships, which one of his former professors plays in every year.
Was that Jens?
Eau Claire.
I was just going to say, Jens Arneson, the former professor that he had?
Yeah. Eau Claire has hosted the event since 2007 and is the largest coob tournament outside of the continent of Europe.
Okay. Wow. Jeff, this is... I wasn't rooting against you, but you did only get one right. So you have 2 entries into Friday's drawing. We need to say goodbye. Safe travels from West Bend to Big Bend to Janesville, and you clearly are very loyal to our show, and we do appreciate it. Thanks, buddy.
Love you guys.
See? This is the kind of thing I'm talking about. That is trivia.
That was an adventure.
That was a lot.
And people think trivia is like just a throw-in deal. I've had he or she say that, and I couldn't disagree more.
Wait, so now you've got ChatGPT telling you that we're wasting a segment on trivia?
No,
not wasting, critiquing.
Yeah.
Critiquing and analyzing.
What is it saying? You just called it a throwaway.
It says sometimes it feels like it can be that, is what I've heard here.
Today is not going to be that day. Today will not be that day.
Whoa, Nelly.
Eau Claire tonight. Big one.
Whoa, Nelly probably will be that throwaway topic.
Way to set the bar high. That's next.
Good tease.
It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. You know I've loved Pizza Hut since I was a kid, and now I love making new memories enjoying it with my family today. For a limited time, Pizza Hut's Big New Yorker Pizza is just $10. An extra-large pizza with 6 huge foldable slices and bold New York-style flavor. Big size, big value, and just $10. Order right now on the Pizza Hut app or at pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut, feed good times. For a limited time, order a Big New Yorker Pizza for just $10. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
With Pella, you get so much more than stunning windows and doors. You get the Pella experience. Pella manufactures, sells, installs, and services every product. And with a 10-year labor warranty, your windows and doors are worry-free for years to come. If something goes wrong, we're here to handle it because you work with the same team from start to finish.
Right now, get 0% interest for up to 48 months.
Visit PellaWI.com today.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Hi, Dave from Canopy Wealth Management here. Our balanced approach helps guide you through a complex and ever-changing landscape. Throughout your family's financial planning journey, we will serve as a partner, advocate, and steward in all aspects to help you achieve your goals with confidence. At Canopy, care, competence, and clarity, it's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. You know that honeydew list that's been sitting on your counter since what, 2020? Yeah, we can handle that. From leaky faucets to light fixtures, our handyman team at Bruner Realty fixes it all. Fast, friendly, and done right the first time. We take care of it so you don't have to. Visit fixedbybruner.com. That's fixedbybruner.com. Because your to-do list deserves a happy ending.
Everyone plays like a champion at TPC Wisconsin. Our friendly community shares one thing, a passion for world-class golf. Women, men, and youth golfers all love the course. The $25 million upgrade is impeccable, and the list of amenities is more than impressive. But belonging where the shared pursuit of excellence is a daily practice and not just a tagline? That might be the best part. Join today and pay no dues until April 1st. Discover belonging. TPCWisconsin.com.
Baseball season is heating up.
It's back! It's back! And it is up and it is gone!
Get ready for the return of Brewers baseball on 100.5 ESPN, Madison's new home of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Time now for another throwaway segment. According to ChatGPT, time now for Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa Nelly
on Wilde and Tausch.
So just stating for the official record in Jesse's college basketball corner here, Tausch did not proclaim that the Badgers would be a Final Four team after beating 10th-ranked Michigan State and 8th-ranked Illinois last week, right? You did not declare that on Monday.
No, I had a bad vibe going into last night. Everything kind of was set for us to get beat. Big emotional win. Short little, 3-day window here. Big West Coast road trip coming up. So there are a lot of excuses, and that's what they are. But that was as bad of a game as we've seen the Badgers play all year.
86-69, they lose at Ohio State, who is a bubble team for the NCAA tournament as of right now. That was one of their best wins of the year last night.
At least they didn't storm the court. I thought for sure they showed a picture of the students starting to assemble, and I'm like, are they really going to storm the court? And then Iowa storms the court, beating Nebraska. And I was thinking to myself, what is this, 1995 football? But here we go. I think we need to have, someone that's really ambitious. Every night before these games, they need to have almost a predictor or this is worthy. An SCW, if you will. Or a WSC.
I don't know why we don't get to more
storm
texts.
court. Worthy of the storm court. And you say this has got an 80% chance of, because the security companies would love to know, the universities would love to know, so that they could plan and prepare. I know they are, but I'm glad that Ohio State didn't storm the court last night. I am.
I'm glad.
Whoa, Nelly!
Now, what if Marquette beats 17th-ranked St. John's tonight at Fiserv
Forum?
Storm it. Because it's all about vibes, right? According to your WSC liaison or whatever you just said.
I mean, I'm not going to denigrate Marquette. They are on our flagship down 94.5, so I'm not going to do that. But it's been, let me just put it the nicest way I can. It's been a very, very tough season for Marquette.
It has been.
And I am very, very sensitive to coaches, players, fans that have went through a very, very, very tough season. And if you can grab a moment to maybe take a little of the sting of that very, very, very tough season, I give this 80%. If you get a big dub tonight, go storm it. You deserve it.
Tausch says Marquette can
storm.
Got
the Tausch seal of approval.
If they
win the game.
If they beat St. John's tonight, it is Ash Wednesday. St. John's and Marquette, both Catholic schools in the Big East. They are doing ashes for fans going in. If you want to receive the ashes, they have the team chaplains for both the Marquette men's and women's basketball teams. Essentially like a fan giveaway, handing out ashes at the door at Fiserv Forum as you come in. You can get the ashes on the forehead.
Love it.
Fish fry specials at the game tonight at Fiserv Forum and outside in the Deer District. So the Ash Clash tonight at Fiserv Forum. Marquette and St. John's, huh?
Be respectful. Don't be an ash when you're down there.
Whoa, Nelly!
What do you mean, no?
I want to get after you, but I don't want to bash your joke.
Well, that would make us clash.
I'll have to make a dash for the door. Be gone in a flash.
Watch your sash. Watch your
giving
sash.
me a rash. Can you give us another topic?
Whoa, Nelly!
I like corned beef and hash.
The San Francisco 49ers.
They did the Monster Mash.
Will be playing games in both Australia and Mexico City in the 2026.
Not in the same week, though.
Not in the same week, but in the 2026 season. How would Matt LaFleur respond to a team playing games both in Australia and Mexico City in the same season? Jason?
Oh boy, he would step down. No, look, he appreciates it now. He appreciates it. He understands the value. Goody was asked about that 2 weeks ago today, and his message was basically, look, it's coming, which this is exactly what Mark Murphy told us on his way out the door. He had a press conference after the shareholders meeting. He and I shared a couple of back and forths. It was like we never ever had those issues, and he didn't avoid me when he would walk back from practice. And one of the things he informed us is get ready, because every team is going to play an international game in a season. It's coming. And it ain't starting this year, but it may start next year, along with the 18-game schedule. So I was surprised when I saw this that the 49ers were playing 2 of them. That I did not expect. And Matt LaFleur would lose his you-know-what. Because even though he's acting like it doesn't bother him, and he acted like, Brazil, no big deal. You know he didn't change his attitude at all. He just did a better job of hiding it.
That would have been a great time to throw some Portuguese at us.
Why are you always trying to stir stuff up, Jason?
You're the one who took Portuguese.
No somos eleciao. Yeah, it's happening. You're going to have to just plug your nose and roll, baby, because it's unfortunate. If I'm San Francisco, maybe I'm happy because I get to get away from all those electrodes that they have at their training facility. So maybe they're trying to give them a break by letting them go to Australia and Mexico instead of training next to all the electromagnetic things that people are questioning.
Whoa, Nelly!
Great follow-up, guys. Nice job.
I'm not well versed in the electromagneticity of Santa Clara, California.
Yeah, it made it into the halftime show with
It's only
Bad
had
Bunny
45
and
million views. People and their owners had to talk about it. Their players are talking about it, but nobody's interested in it. Okay. Yep.
That's it for Whoa Nelly. We'll get to a few more of your text messages before we go. Or maybe we won't. We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
We're on the Badgers.
I think unequivocally the Badgers are a Final Four caliber team.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
When the Badgers are playing at their best, no one in the country can beat them.
This is 100.5 ESPN.
Mark Tauscher here, and you know I love a smart play from the pocket. That's why I joined UW Credit Union. With their mobile banking app, I can make smart plays from anywhere. And with rewards checking perks like early payday, I score my money sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and make the smart play by becoming a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Bruner Realty, providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area for over 30 years. Contact their team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get housed today.
As Layla Edwards shoots, she scores!
The stage-setting call from NBC Sports for the USA and Canada gold medal match featuring 11 Wisconsin Badgers. A star-bound roster for the Stars and Stripes, Layla Edwards, Hall of Famer Hillary Knight, and tournament points leader Carolyn Harvey. On the Canadian side, it's a charge of Bucky alumni including Sarah Nurse, who broke an Olympic record in 2022. The puck drops Thursday afternoon at 12:10.
Get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. With exclusive features and customized for every home, Pella provides the highest quality products at a price you can afford. Go to PellaWI.com. PellaWI.com.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
Love at first drive. Experience it this February at Audi Madison. Ben Brust here for Zimbrick European, and what Audi can offer you: 2.99% APR for 72 months when you purchase a 2025 Audi Q5 Quattro. Offers only available until March 2nd. Stop in and test drive today. Check out AudiMadison.com to see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
I'm John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. We've been at the heart of many magical moments, from engagements to weddings to sweet 16s. It warms my heart to be a part of these moments for 40 years with people I consider family. With the highest standards and an eye for classic beauty, enjoy a warm boutique setting at Goodman's Jewelers, where integrity shines in every gem. at 220 State Street. Goodman's Jewelers, the Diamond Store, Madison, since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. But you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
We're on the Bucks.
If you're a star player, why would you want to go to Milwaukee and get locked in?
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
Only to have it not work out and Giannis decide he wants to bail.
Madison's home of the Bucks. 100.5 ESPN.
Well, we're almost out of time. Not enough time for any more text messages.
A lot of West Bend texts suddenly rolling in. They're still there. We still got them. Thank you, everyone in West Bend.
That's reassuring. Jesse, so are you working tomorrow after your WIAC Wednesday, or are you taking the day full?
I mean, there's a USA-Canada gold medal game at 12:10 tomorrow Central Time. I might happen to get back home just in time to catch that in the afternoon.
Oh, okay. Well,
let's see what we can do.
I view that as prep for Friday's show.
I'll be logged in. How about that? I'll be logged in.
We're working on getting our friend Mark Johnson, Miracle on Ice, incredibly successful.
I just started watching Miracle on Netflix. Awesome.
It is
awesome.
It is one of the all-time greats. We don't know. He's a busy guy, but we're hopeful we'll have him. I know this. We'll have Riley Yauk in for Jesse because he's got to drive all the way to Eau Claire, and he's got a nice hotel, and he's getting a massage.
I'll tell Domovsky's kid you say hi.
Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Hey, it's Kelly Sheffield, Wisconsin Badgers volleyball head coach. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.